Target acquired.
Eagle 1, first strike. You have permission to engage the target.
Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
What's up, everyone? What a day it is. How is everyone doing today? I am doing well. Had a great debate last night with well, not really a debate, a panel discussion, if you will. That went well. And then we had I was just over on Rob Noor's. I was on Glenn Lawrence's a little bit earlier. He's got some stuff going on over there. He's talking He's talking some stuff, right? Maybe I'll jump over there really quick and restream back over here, just to be cool. Let me see if I can. I don't know if he gave me a link, so I don't know what's up with that. Let me see. Let me see if I can get a link from the mighty Glenn Lawrence. How is everyone today? It's hope you guys are doing well. You just joined a wholesale team for real estate. If I come across good deals under contract, can I send them over to you as an investor? Yeah, you can send them to me. I'll check them out for sure, 100%. We buy if it makes sense, we'll buy them. If not, no harm, no foul. So but yeah, we do. I do all kinds of stuff like that. So what's up, Cleaner 409, my man? I have been the last 48 hours. I have had multiple people come to me and tell me that my name is all over the internet, Discord at least, and some of the YouTubes. Apparently, there's some people that just aren't happy with me. That's fine. We've got a apparently we've got some people that I don't really got some people that are still butthurt about some things, which I'm not even sure why. And the one thing that I've noticed is none of those fuckers will come over here where everyone except for one person is welcome. We've only banned one real person on this channel. None of them will come over here and just say, hey, dude, what the fuck is up? I am almost at the point where I'm almost at the point now where I'm about to start going into other people's spaces and getting in their business, because to be honest with you, I'm getting tired of it. All right, so I've got Glenn Lawrence over here. Let me pop this up. Let's see where we are. Not in the show yet, fellas. When I am, we'll get it. We'll make it happen. There you go.
And I said pre-1950s.
No, I'm saying pre-1950s.
What's up, Glenn? How are you?
What up, Grid?
Yeah.
I can hear you fine now. Earlier, it was terrible.
If you study
It's weird.
the cycle,
Is this an X group? Are they a bunch of people bitching?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
See,
All right.
there was a whole time period where they went hard on women
Gotcha, my man.
having to be, defined by their gender role and not allowed to go.
Oh, this is that chick that
Yes, that natty chick. She hit me up.
that natty nasty.
Yep.
The so-called Orthodox girl.
Second World War, you go to this reactive gender essentialist trichome thing, which is again not satisfactory because it's based on it's not based on unification.
We'll talk to my chat for a minute. Give me a sec.
I suppose I've only got a
Don't know how to.
perspective within England regards Christians, but I mean the two churches that I have attended.
Yeah, it was weird, guys.
Certainly don't promote a kind of, patriarchal household model, I think.
No, nobody.
The kind of
The problem is
Christians
there's
that
nothing nobody can say about
certainly
me right now.
I'm
That's
not
the
saying
problem.
that doesn't exist,
The
because
worst
I
thing
think
you
in
can
some
say
of
is
the
that I'm
aspects
mean, and I
I
am.
do come across people that are advocating for a kind of
Wick
stereotype
was still working
gender
with him.
role
I don't
that
know
I
if
find
after this last
ridiculous. I
go
don't
around
think it's
anybody's.
What's
very-
crazy is Father Thomas Hopko,
But yeah,
one of the most influential Orthodox teachers in America, says this on marriage. The man is the head of the family as Christ is the head of the church. This is not culture, but divine revelation. The wife is to be subjected to her husband. The husband is to love his wife, and both are to live in obedience to Christ. I don't understand that. Like, that's clearly.
You found that when men make decisions inside the household, it turns out better, or just something to that effect. And I'll let you know that I think we're kind of almost living.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know if he'll work with Destiny again. To be honest with you, I would be really surprised. But you are right. Wick is useless. He was absolutely terrible. You look forward to doing business with me. Just sick. Yeah, getting deactivated from Uber. How do you get deactivated from Uber? Somebody help me out with that. Is there no sound now? Is there no sound? I'm not hearing
money or material resources to the men, they will go off and do highly anti.
Oh, hold on. I know what I need to do. Hold on.
They'll go and spend. They'll go into the nearest city and they'll hire a prostitute and they'll bring back AIDS. They'll go and buy a very young girl for a second or third or fourth wife. They'll do really, really terrible things.
Echo.
Rating of the community, the family, the integrity, of that space. So in international development, it's a well-known. If you want to destroy a community, you give the men money. If you want to promote pro-social relationships and strengthen a community, you give women money and access to material and strategic resources. So there you go.
Well, I don't know what to say to that, because I mean, the first part of it, I won't disagree with, because I'll take you on your word, and that's things that you've researched that I haven't. But I think, I've lived in a part of the world where I could agree with you that if you gave the men the money instead of the woman, that they might be likely to go out and do those things. But I also live in a part of the world now.
All right, I'm going to try to hop back in there and ask them to explain this Orthodox father that says completely opposite of what they're saying.
There you go.
Right.
Yes, Glenn.
Go ahead, you there.
Quick question for you guys. I heard everything you said, but please explain Father Thomas Hopko from 1939.
He was so bad last night. What about
he says that he's one of the most influential Orthodox teachers in America. On marriage, he says this: the man is the head of the family as Christ is the head of the church. This is not cultural, but divine revelation. The wife is to be subject to her husband. The husband is to love his wife. Both are to live in obedience to Christ.
Why would somebody?
You've just repeated what I said earlier.
What is subject to your husband mean?
Well, it means you're subject to your husband, as in like you are also in service to your husband. He's in service to you. You're in service to him. Same thing. But in the feminine way, in the masculine way, or it depends. I mean, there isn't any. Seriously, I've already explained to you what headship means in the Orthodox context. It doesn't mean authoritative leadership. It means that Adam is leading his redemption in service leadership.
Yeah, but I can't. Can you send me? Can you send me anything?
That means you're dying. What do you mean it doesn't mean anything?
No, I didn't say that. I said, can you send me anything that verifies what you're saying? Because everything that I'm pulling up,
I already sent you
No, you
something.
sent
Did you
you
watch
sent
it?
me
Did
you
you
s-
watch it? I sent you ages ago. I'll send it to
ages
you again
ago.
now.
You sent me this paradigm.
Shush. Ages ago when we spoke, I sent you a video. It should still be in your inbox. Yeah? It's
The
a video.
beauty of
by
an Orthodox
an
ethics.
Hello. Again, you can go scroll up in your messaging. I sent you a video. That's a YouTube video. It's only 20 minutes long that explains and summarizes an Orthodox theologian's summary of what Orthodoxy teaches about gender stuff. Okay? I can send it. I'll put it in the comments now. You can have a look. Right? I can also send you the reference to where it says Adam ate the fruit willfully, therefore his will is what needs healing first in man. Every single quote from the study Bible, by the way, I can send you a picture of that in a minute, okay? Because at the moment I'm multitasking, right? But
I want something that is spelled out exactly the way you say it, because everything I'm pulling up from church fathers don't support that.
Everything you're pulling up is referencing the same thing that I have told you, because literally is referencing the same thing, because constantly those three different bishops, or because Clitus Ware was a bishop, Thomas Hopko's a theologian and a bishop, they're all saying the same thing. He's saying that the man leads in his redemption. He loves his wife like Christ loved the church. He's dying to oneself. Right? It's a spiritual leadership in that way, but they don't have a social teaching that's legalistic about the home or in a worldly sense. Women can do leadership things in a worldly sense. Yeah? We've got plenty of female saints in the church who were in positions of power, or, not necessarily traditional stay-at-home wife or whatever. Yeah, we have plenty of stories of women saints that were like that. All right, like Saint Nina from Georgia, who evangelized the whole country. We have women that she's called equal to the apostles. I'm just saying to you that it's just not this weird kind of rigid thing in Orthodoxy. That's all I'm trying to tell you. If the man and the women choose to live a little bit more like that, and that's their personal choice, fine. But there's no strict legalistic teaching in the church that says women should have less rights, or they shouldn't do this, or they shouldn't make decisions. Yeah, there's none of that. They don't have that. That's what I'm saying to you.
So okay, let me ask you this, just to clarify. If a husband tells a wife no, does she have to listen? If a husband said, no, we are not going to go there, we're not going to make that purchase, we're not going to move there, does she have to listen?
Well, it depends, because when you're making a decision, you would sit down and discuss it, wouldn't you?
At the end of the day, if they're both at odds, if they both don't agree, when the husband says, hey, no, we are not go, who has the ultimate authority of the decision making at that point when they're both at odds? Who does the authority defer to?
There isn't a sense that somebody is always the final decision maker. Yeah, the church doesn't teach that.
So then, when a husband and wife has a problem with something, like they want to move, wife wants to move, her husband doesn't want to move, or vice versa, who is the one in charge that makes the decision? If the husband has a job promotion, the wife doesn't want to move.
They're both in charge. There's no hierarchy of who's in charge. They're both in charge.
So then you guys are more egalitarian than anybody then.
No, that's not egalitarian, because egalitarian
that's really egalitarian.
No, it's not, dude. No, it's
not. If there's no leadership, there's no hierarchy, then yes, it's egalitarian.
No, that's not egalitarianism. That can be egalitarianism. Egalitarianism is rooted in this idea that we are equal in our entirety, and Orthodoxy doesn't have that understanding. Okay, because otherwise we wouldn't have male-only clergy. Yeah.
Well, no, that would, you could say that goes back to what Peter said.
Well, we don't have male-only clergy. I'm sorry, we only have male clergy in the Orthodox Church.
So you're saying that men have no authority then when they are at home, they have no authority over the household. Is that what you're saying?
I don't understand. What do you mean by authority? Both of them are together. Both are co-equal in status, so they do things together because they're one flesh. One is not more made in the image than God over the other. One is not more flesh than the other or more whatever than the other. Like this is really bizarre.
So then tell me, how do couples solve their differences when they don't agree? Who has the final say so at the end of the day?
It's called compromise.
They can't come to a compromise. So then who has the final say so?
Okay, so if they can't come to a compromise and it's something that's serious, then they would probably go to their priest. It would probably help them.
So you're saying that the authority of the household now gets deferred to the priest?
Yes, in circumstances where they cannot agree, then yes.
That doesn't seem very biblical to me, but okay.
Sure, but you're a Protestant, I'm an Orthodox, and in Orthodoxy, the authority is with the church. It's not with a man, it's with the church.
So the church has more authority than the husband does over his own home.
If you're going to frame it that way, I will go with that. Yes, if they cannot come up with a decision together, then they need to go to a third party, and the third party would be the church.
That's rather interesting because I've never heard that about Orthodoxy yet. I've heard a lot about Orthodoxy holding a patriarchal worldview.
Well, that is patriarchal because the church is patriarchal.
No. It's not patriarchal if the husband doesn't have authority over his household.
No, dude.
It doesn't mean the husband. Patriarchy talks about the fathers.
Father-led,
man-led. The ultimate father, right? Like the church patriarch is the ultimate father locally. And then obviously God is the father of the father of the fathers. So yeah, it is ultimately patriarchal. Patriarchy doesn't mean that the husband.
Oh shit, I figured it out.
Do you hear this? Are you hearing this shit?
Small, unit of this. Has the ultimate power. Why would you?
I just that's exactly what they're doing is they're transferring the man's position in the household to the church. That's what they're doing. They're reinterpreting and reframing biblical text. They're not properly. They're absolutely not biblical at all.
Responsibility and caregiving to those who are dependent on you.
Yeah, like to me that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I think we could have completely cut down half of this conversation and we just gone straight to that point. You know what I mean?
I mean, I agree. I think it's an interesting interpretation.
I'm going to drop the link here.
Americans and Canadians.
Here's the link for.
I've heard a lot of this type of interpretation.
This is the links that she sent me.
They only want patriarchy where it benefits them, and they think that the exercise of coercive control is not just like their right under.
Is there anything you can do about that echo, Glenn? What's up with that?
I gotta mute my mic. Hold on.
It's kind of like it makes everything holy and divine. It's like like some kind of they think that the family derives some kind of benefit from their coercive control
because
crazy,
guys. This is nuts.
They hate
insane.
Women. And
tell Cleaner I just dropped the links in my chat.
Cleaner, yeah.
Make decisions
that she sent me.
in the household,
yeah, he says, yeah, that's a Protestant thing.
How to
that's not even that's not even orthodoxy, bro. That's a Protestant thing.
Property, etc. Like men, I think, have been very much encouraged to be deeply suspicious of women and to be completely neurotic, continually about like, oh no, she's doing something bad. And I think that does come from this Protestant hatred of womankind. Like it's built on the bodies of women.
Wait, what?
Bodies, the labor.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and that what I'm saying.
Protestants is where feminism comes from. A lot of it.
No, it's just talking about in general, the general sense of like to be suspicious of in and on that way. So what's interesting as well is that like what's taken hold, as you know, because you're in the kind of red pill space, Glenn, is this idea that the West is gynocentric is based on Peter Wright's theory, like I mentioned before, which says that in the past, women were only held to the standard of having to be like Mary, the Virgin Mary.
Well, they're feminists. They're not anti-women, which
Christ,
is weird. So in
Which
theory, a lot of people consider
true.
Orthodoxy to be
completely not true.
anti-women, but
Just
it's
made
not.
that up, right? Okay, and
They're literally reframing everything. Like this is
Exactly.
the wildest thing I've ever heard. Glenn, I don't know if you can hear me, bro, but this is nuts. This is crazy.
You could say there's some uncomfortableness from us about their use.
Oh, I can hear you, Grid. I know this is nuts.
This is insanity, man.
Crazy. Crazy.
Like
on a pedestal.
They're claiming that Protestants have anti-women hate.
Like her and not like
when
Christ.
literally Protestant churches, none that I endorse, but Protestant churches are having female pastors. This is the most insane discourse I've ever heard in my life.
Very suspicious about Mary as well. They don't like talking and venerating Mary at all, and that's part of the problem because, like, she symbolizes as God's Jesus's mother, the mother of God, right? And so there's this idea to do with motherhood that's symbolized with her, yeah, where she was self-sacrificial, she was submitted herself to God, you know, she was also a leader, she was influential.
She wasn't a leader.
Just
her
like
husband was a leader.
all the things that she was supposed to do as a Christian.
They're just going to continue.
So that is also like plays into all of this.
Wait, where did they get that Mary was a leader? Ask for the Bible story that illustrates that Mary was a leader of any kind.
The whole thing is like, listen, we have to reject the
other than birthing Christ. What did she lead? Where did she lead?
Rejecting the feminine. That's pretty much what it boils down to.
They're not going to call on Glenn again, guys. They're angry. They're angry women.
Trying to figure out where in the scriptures did it point out that Mary was a leader, so I could at least reference that, because I'm assuming that has to come from the Bible.
Well, does it not say? I can't remember the line now, but I can look it up. Does Jesus not say that everyone should listen to his mother?
Honor my father and mother.
I think that's taken out. I think you're taking that out of context there.
Well,
honor thy father and mother.
They honestly, he said everybody should listen to his mother. I mean, that's one line I can think of. There's also the line in Revelation about her treading.
Ask
on the
her why
serpent.
she's interpreting scripture.
Her treading on the serpent. And that's also attributed to Mary. You know,
no one's allowed to interpret scripture in orthodoxy. That's what your priest is for.
I'm a leader. I'm not talking about her being a leader of nations or whatever, but she had a leadership role in the sense that she helped people find Christ.
That's not what she fucking said.
And she helped with organizing.
But that's not what she said.
Follow Jesus and all of that. Like I don't understand.
Actually,
this is why I don't debate religion.
Where is that passage that you said that Jesus said that everyone should listen to his mother?
Udry.
Because I'm not finding that.
I see only Nat.
I got muted.
I think it's Natalie.
They muted me again.
They bitches. They bitches.
No, so check this out. So there's no verse in the scriptures. I just pulled this up on Logos. See, I have Logos.
Yeah.
Which is
I know what it is. It's a search engine for the Bible. You can search by term, theme, and etc.
Yep.
Speaking about,
and so when I pulled it up, I said,
in
I used to
my
search any scripture in the Bible
for
that Jesus said
people
everyone should listen to his
in
mother.
disbelief,
It comes up new.
that I believe,
No
right?
verses in the scriptures where Jesus
So
tells
I'm
everyone to listen
sorry,
to his mother. In fact, the
I'm
Bible shows
Dutch,
the opposite
so
dynamic. Jesus
my English
consistently
language
emphasizes
is not
listening to God the
perfect,
Father
but
rather
I'm
than
trying. So
elevating Mary's authority.
I love what you
When
said,
in Luke 11,
like
27 to 28,
this
when a
whole
woman
religion kind of
praises
thing.
his mother,
The
blessed is the
Christians,
womb that bear thee.
I've
Jesus
talked to
correct
them
her.
so many times, and I
Yeah,
said,
rather
if you
blessed
believe that
are
God has created
they
everything,
that hear the word of
why do
God
they
and keep
all
it. He
have
redirected the
these songs
attention from his
about
mother
the Lord
to
is
the
our
obedience of God.
shepherd, and
In
it's
Matthew
always
20,
like a
12,
he,
46
right?
through 50.
I
Also in
do
Mark
believe
3,
that there is a
31 through
divine
35, and Luke
feminine
9 or
mother
Luke
kind
19
of
to 21.
energy.
When he told his
So
mother
that's what
and
I
brother,
really loved about
brothers
your
want to see him, Jesus
speech.
replied, "Who is my mother?
Okay.
Who are my
so
brethren?
I can answer that already.
For whoever shall do
so
my Father's will, which is in heaven, do the same as my
in
brother,
Orthodoxy,
sister, and
we're very
mother."
careful to
Again,
make sure that we say
he
that
points
God is
to
the Holy
obedience
Trinity.
to God, not
So the
obedience to
Father, the
Mary.
Son, and the Holy
He
Spirit.
doesn't say
And
anything
then God
about
is above gender.
propping Mary up.
However, if we're made
Yeah,
in
that's
the
true.
image of God,
I couldn't think of it. The closest you get is honor thy father and mother as
we're
thy
made
Yeah.
in the image of God.
as and
Yeah,
I
like
can't remember the rest
this
of the
girl
verse.
is
I would whatever.
dumb.
When they use he, they're just talking about the fact that Adam was made first, and he was a he, and it's used collectively to.
Why do people listen to this horrible person?
I don't know.
I think what happens is there are some
Here I'm going to go in for round 2. Here we go.
Who
or round 3.
Like to conflate this and say, oh, that woman was made in the image of man or something like that. And then you only talk
This,
about
by the way,
God.
ladies and gentlemen, is why I tend
Whoa, duck.
And
Don't be lying. Don't be lying now.
This is what I was asking about, right?
I was
But
never a
also in
convict.
Galatians-
I actually
in Galatians it says
was a
that
corrections
there's
officer.
no gender
Big
in
difference.
Christ, and if
Yeah,
Christ was
I was
man,
not a convict.
Now, Grid might have been a convict.
basically there's this
I agree with that.
understanding from what I've read that and heard.
I would have
from-
made a hell of a convict, to be honest with you.
when you're
I
when
don't
you
I'd
know.
have run that joint.
I don't
when
know.
you're in
I
Christ,
don't know.
then
I'd have run it.
you
It'd have
worldly
been
know
mine.
masculinity and femininity.
I think you might be holding
it's not that
someone's
they don't
pocket, Grid.
matter. You still have your body.
Hey, no.
Are transformed.
I'm
and
gonna be that.
transcended.
I'm gonna be that one guy that rolls deep with like 3 or 4 of the
You're
biggest
just
dudes,
you,
and be
more
like,
godly, more godlike.
"You're gonna get fucked
So
up."
you don't have this sort of like idea that I need to
No,
be
no,
this rigid
I'm not a
gender role
convict.
in
Stop.
anymore. But you're
Never.
above that.
I don't have a
That's the
record at
idea.
all.
So you fulfill both matriarchy and patriarchy alongside each other in Christ.
Well, I
I was
believe that
convicted of speeding.
like the Father, the Son,
Then
and
is that a
there's
conviction though?
Spirit, right? And this is why I believe that this divine mother energy has been
Cleaner
Try-
409 is correct. Duck does need beef lard and duck fat to help his brain function correctly. Correct.
immense
True.
motherly love, right? A fatherly love is about protection and about all of like a real knight should be, right? Regarding to women, but this female energy, this mother energy, it's about unconditional love.
Whoa. What are you talking about?
Just because
Male
I am
urges
a mother.
for one another.
But
What is this? What are you
I think
speaking
that-
of?
What is up with Ashley? What is up?
motherly love has been
I don't know.
try to
Hold on.
erased. It's tried to be.
I will message her.
erased, and
What
this
the
is why
hell is up
also-
with you, woman?
and it's maybe a whole other chapter, but that's why I also know that we have been lied to about Mother Earth, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
I hear what you're saying.
I have a thing. I have a bridge, maybe. So transhumanism, like broadly. So okay, let's bring in red pill MGTOW manosphere and transhumanism. I'm going to say that, yeah, exactly. Like the denial of the material, of the body, and of the fact that every human being on this planet came through the gateway, through the birth portal of a woman. So this is like the primary project of the manosphere is to sort of like destroy that connection to material reality, in order to deny their own origins as coming from their mothers, and that all of them, all males,
Glenn still has his mic open. That's why you're getting the echo, guys.
and allow them
I'll
to gestate inside of her and be born through her. And so transhumanism seeks to completely upend that. Transhumanism is looking for ways to pump out babies, unensouled, like just flesh, born from machines, gestated in sacks, tended by computers and robots, just to get away from the fact that they were born from women, and that women continue to be necessary to the perpetuation of the human race, and that women are the basis for all civilization and culture, and that they can't do anything without women, but they would like to, they want to.
Oh, cleaner, that's dark, man. That's dark.
Did this bitch just say that we can't do anything without?
Well, I saw that Glenn also.
Yes, that's what they're saying.
Don't want to
without women, these are the kind of bitches that are going to be replaced by the what the fuck do they call it? Glenn, the
right? So
the something womb, not robotic womb. What do they call it?
Big sign that we have been lied to.
What do they call that, Glenn?
Because when you look at Mother Earth, when you look
the robotic womb, like
I thought they were calling it something else, but yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah,
the birthing pods,
birthing pod. Yeah, once they get those things online, which I believe they do in Japan, women are going to see women like these. They're going to see what's up.
God, like being has been tried to get erased.
Why is this person speaking? If I hear one more time, I might all over my desk.
Because when you look at the water.
Oh my God! Can I speak?
Glenn, do you want to say something? Are you there, mate?
Yeah, I'm here. Okay, so I just want to know what are your guys' thoughts on 1 Corinthians 11 when it says a man ought not to cover his head, since he's in the image and glory of God, but a woman is in the glory of man. For man did not come from woman, but woman come from man. Neither was man created for woman, but woman for man. It is for this season.
Inversion.
Hold on, just for this
Inversion.
season. Hold on, let me explain. Finish reading. It is for this reason that a woman ought to have authority over her own head, because,
ladies and gentlemen, while we're
in the Lord, woman is not independent of man, nor is man independent of woman. For woman as woman comes from man, so also is man born from woman. But everything comes from God. So again, it says, for man did not come from woman, but woman from man. Neither was man created for woman, but woman for man.
11?
Yeah. So how do you rationalize that? How do you rationalize that with everything you just said?
I'm not rationalizing anything, dude. Is it 1 Corinthians 11? What's the number again?
1 Corinthians 11, 7
yes, I remember
through
11.
12.
I just couldn't remember if that was correct. Okay. So again, I will tell you what the study Bible notes say.
I can pull up my Orthodox study Bible notes too. Hold on.
Dude, none of what I've said goes against what 1 Corinthians 11 said. Okay? It all supports it. None of it is contradictory.
Actually, whoever was speaking before you was very contradictory.
Yeah, I'm not religious.
She's not. These two ladies, as far as I'm concerned, are not religious. So don't If you're just talking about religion with me, okay, but they're not. They're not.
I am not interested, nor am I capable of having a theological discussion. Maybe a theosophical one would be a different thing. Philosophical, yes, but I have an appreciation for deep tradition, and I am a traditionalist from my culture, and so in that sense, there are certain aspects of orthodoxy that I believe are echoed between that deep culture.
Hello? She cut out.
I'll mute up. Hold on.
Hello?
Glenn, ask her why she thinks that it's not incompatible. She literally just said the exact opposite of
it's primarily a word of liturgical prayer. The Corinthians constantly pray for their apostle in their corporate prayers, delivered through passing on of authentic apostolic tradition. Keep the traditions refers to obedience to what has been delivered. God-given oral tradition from which Paul taught. He makes no distinction between the authority of his oral instruction. That's all it says in the notes, and then it skips to 11:14. But I do know from what I've seen in the notes in here is that whenever they talk, sometimes when they reference gender stuff in here, they absolutely are always saying, they always reassert what I've said already, which is to do with like the fact that our top saint is Mary. There are female saints who have different roles, and that there isn't this notion of like one being more equal than the other. Like they have a co-equalness. Like there's no
such thing as equality in the Bible. There's none. They don't talk about it at all.
About Corinthians, from what I've discussed with my priest or whatever, is that like
never discussed it with her priest. She never heard of it before you said it, Glenn.
Man. But the glory is of, it says, for a man indeed ought not to cover his head, since he is in the image of glory of God, but woman is the glory of man, right? So there, in that verse, it's talking about man in the plural sense, not man as in a man or Adam. Yeah? It says, nor was man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. For this reason, a symbol on her head. So this is interesting because in my church, we cover our heads. Well, I cover my heads. Not everybody does, because it's considered a custom rather than like a legalistic thing. But in the nun that I speak to, who gives me spiritual advice, this is what she told me about it. She said that when a woman covers her head, there's lots of different symbology about that, but it's actually to do with the fact that the woman has a significant amount of kind of creative power about her, in the sense that, you know, she can give birth to children, and you know, she's got that glory to do with that, right? And so when men are operating and doing the liturgy in the church, they are kind of doing all this work, right? And they are acting as Adam in the sense that they're going to be Christ-like. So they are leading in their redemption by being first to receive the mystery of the Eucharist, or the mystery of communion. Yeah. And then when they give the body and blood of Christ to the laity, they are actually doing this kind of like inversive role, because when you fulfill something in Christ, you end up fulfilling the opposite, because we have a dualistic existence. Because when we fell away from God, we fell into this kind of dualistic existence.
Right, I can't do this anymore, Glenn. Sorry.
Versus bad, or black versus
These guys
white.
drive me insane.
No worries, Greg.
I'm gonna run away.
I'm probably gonna get kicked here in a minute when the next time I go up.
There's just dualism
I'm
everywhere.
actually shocked she hasn't kicked you. She just ignores you, basically. She says, no, I'm not even. She didn't even read the passage, Glenn. She didn't even read the passage. What a moron.
And then they're sort of fulfilling the opposite.
I feel bad for her husband, and I normally don't say that, but I feel bad for her husband. I do.
Because they started out as being paternal. Yeah. And then the opposite is
well,
so when the women
Yeah, I'm
And
going to
then
jump off over here and go back over to my nice clean
singing
channel.
or whatever, or just
And
All right, great.
I'm going to talk about, I don't know, we'll talk about something. This was cool. I liked it. But there's only so much of this as I can, there's only so much of this I can
and they were actually standing guard, sort of protecting the church in some way.
I might come
because
by
if
over there in a
somebody
little
came to
bit.
attack the
Yeah,
church,
drop by, man. It would be fun. So,
to
All right.
protect
all
the
right,
church. And so therefore, that by playing
wow. 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 That was wow. Clippy Anson, I think she's married, bro. I think she's married. So yeah. Cleaner, I don't know enough about the Orthodox study Bible but I do know a fair amount about various Protestant views. You know, it's I don't know. It's rough, man. It's rough out there. So anyway, yeah, that was rough. So anyway, I started off the show before I jumped over on Glenn's. Apparently, people have been sending me clips and just telling me things that they think I ought to know, and I appreciate all of it. If you're one of the people who when they see my name mentioned or whatever out there, just say, hey man, just give you a heads up. This is what's going on. I appreciate that. I do. And apparently, even though I don't really talk about any other specific content creators at all, unless I absolutely have to, they can't quit talking about me. So the challenge goes out. They can always come over here and run their mouths and see what it gets them. I don't think they will. I don't think it will. But and of course they won't. Like none of these guys ever do. They just run their mouths on the internet. I didn't know that EB3 had said anything more about me, but I'm not surprised. That dude, he's a loser. So whatever. Yeah. And I guess there's some people out there who, for some reason, think that I like Ben Thorpe. He doesn't bother me specifically. I just don't care one way or the other about Ben Thorpe. I think he's probably failed at life at this point. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't think I am. Overall, I tried to help the Thorpes, but I didn't. I don't think they want help. They enjoy what they do, and that's fine. They can do it. It's cool. What's up, Kissy Cat? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. I forget what I was actually going to talk about today. I had a specific subject last night that I wanted to talk about. I got a bunch of stuff this morning. One of the things we are going to talk about is if you guys have heard about the Meijer department or grocery store firing this disabled guy. And it's actually really a very interesting thing that happened, and it's evil. I do think that the manager that was part of it, that ended up firing the guy, I think he's a piece of shit. I think that, and I think that hopefully somebody is gonna somebody's gonna get paid in all this. You're still in bed, so you won't be here long. Okay. Is Andrew and Wick boxing tonight? I think they're supposed to go another round on something. Wick apparently thinks that he won 3 rounds with Andrew so far, and I got to be honest with him, he did not take any W's anywhere. So at any rate, Kissy Cat, stay as long as you like, whether you're in bed or not. So if you don't know what happened with the Meijers incident, and I'm trying to find the state again. It's in Michigan, actually. My jowls look less beefy. My face hasn't changed, but I never really had jowls. I don't have enough like loose stuff on my face, really. But that's okay. So anyway, all right. So in back in August, there was there's a Meijer employee. He's disabled. I believe that he's got like a it's a can you say developmentally handicapped or disabled, and he's got some physical disabilities as well. And basically, he worked, as my understanding is, he worked the like the deli counter, right? And it just basically handed people their food and picked up food from where people would eat in the deli. So what ended up happening is that this kid, and he was a poor kid, right? He didn't have any money. He was, and so what he was doing is that when people would bring back unused food, or when he would go out and clean a table where somebody had ordered 3 of something and only eaten 1, he would keep the 1, right? Yeah, kind of like a waiter, but in a deli, so, and he would keep it and he would eat it after work, right? Now, this was food that was paid for. He wasn't stealing it. He wasn't stealing it from the store. The store was not affected. And so what this manager did, this piece of shit, he would watch this guy, and when he would take like a cupcake, that somebody had left behind or whatever, the manager would write it down and basically charge him for that, right? And or write a ticket like, saying that, well, he had a cupcake, that's $2.50. He had a hot dog, and that's $1.50, whatever it is, right? Whatever the price is. He did that until it hit $100 so he could call the police and have the guy arrested and fired for stealing. That's bad. Like, that is like next level fucked up, right? Like, this is the kind of stuff that you read about and it's just insanity, right? So obviously, this guy who probably doesn't even know what the fuck is going on, he's developmentally handicapped. He gets arrested. He goes to jail. Yeah, right. You can't sell products if it's sold already, right? Yeah, exactly. You guys get it, right? Yeah, this is a problem, right? Right. All of you guys are right about this. Every one of you are right about this. So this piece of shit manager, right? I'm going to say, I think I got a picture of this. I got a picture of this kid. Let me see if I can do like real full screen here. I don't think it's going to let me, but we'll see. So many ads. All right. So here's let me throw this up here. Here's a picture of the kid in question, right? I mean, I say he's a kid. I think he's like college age, So this is the kid who was fired, okay? doesn't look like a bad kid. Is, you know, at least he got his hair cut. You know, I mean, honestly, he was probably one of the better employees in the store. I've been to Meijer, and I got to be honest with you, it's not a high bar. You know what I'm saying? It's not a high bar. So basically this manager calls this kid. This is from when the kid was called into the manager's office. The police were there. They confronted him about taking the food. Okay. Now, basically, and really what he was taking were the unused fruit cups. I don't eat those. I don't know how many of you guys do. And portions of chicken, like a chicken wing or whatever. I added in the hot dogs or whatever. But basically, this is a 19-year-old kid. He's poor. Okay. He was arrested for stealing fruit cups and portions of chicken while working at the supermarket Meijer. Okay. This was in Seven Hills, Michigan. And the guy actually, there's a video, which I don't have. If I'm going to find it, if I can find it, I'll show it. Showing a seemingly self-satisfied, this guy looks like he's just conquered the world, store manager make the petty accusations against a teenager who literally is embarrassed, sitting in a store branded polo shirt the whole time. The guy shows up in uniform and does it absolutely, does a good job apparently. And he has clips of this kid taking obviously, kind of, taking the paid for food, and it's pretty fucked up. Over 3 months, it took this guy 3 fucking months to gain the evidence. Basically, it was $110. The guy basically said that $110 over 3 months. It took that 3 months. He walks to work every day. I mean, dude, you can't get over the story, man. So Meijer is now Meijer, the whole chain is coming under fire for this. Because I think the manager's been fired. Okay. And I'm going to say that the police, at least the police officer that was helping him, if I can get the video, I'll get it. The video show he's trying to comfort the guy. He's trying to help the guy out. He's trying to make him feel a little, not weirded out, not freaked out. And, however, he was still arrested, fingerprinted, booked in, and then they released him without a bond because it's $100 worth of shit that wasn't even fucking stolen. So apparently the video's been out on social media, and there are now people calling for a boycott of Meijer in general, like hundreds of stores. And this is a big deal because what the fuck is going on with people out there, guys? What the fuck? Like, this kid is just hungry. Just doesn't have a lot of money. He's not real smart, okay? But he works. He comes to work every day. Walks to work every day. What is with people today? Anson, I know you're trolling here, but I could see that in something. But dude, he's literally like, he's taking stuff that was going to be thrown away. Like, that is the dumbest thing ever, right? Like, he's not like, it's not like he's, and look, let's just be honest here, right? We've all had that friend in high school or college that worked at the pizza place that would make a couple extra pies before close, knowing that, they don't keep them till the next day. So, you know, the manager would say, hey, take home a pie or two. And he would take the pies that he made and bring them back to your dorm or apartment or whatever. And you know, you got some pizza, right? We all knew that guy, and it was wrong. And I actually, if I don't know that any of my friends ever got caught doing that, but if a manager caught on and fired a guy, I don't think any of us would be mad about that. That is stealing from your company. But he's not stealing from the company. He's not stealing from this grocery store. He's stealing from or supermarket, pardon me. He's not stealing from this place. He's literally taking the things that would go in the trash and eating them because he's hungry and he's poor. So, and that's right. We don't know that they weren't intentionally leaving things behind. We don't know that that's not the case. People will do that. I've actually been in a restaurant once where there was a guy who obviously was probably on his last few bucks, right? And he went to pay for his meal, and it had already been paid for by another patron. I've actually watched that happen live. So it's just a really fucked up thing. I think it was just a power trip. I think you know, in this society today, we have people. I don't know why it's happening more and more, but it seems like we just have a ton of people out there. If they get any little power at all, they just go shit. They just go shit. Go to shit. Void Ace, I have not heard about the radioactive shrimp from Walmart, but I don't eat fish unless I catch it, and even then, I have to be the one to cook it, which I don't have time for that anymore, so I don't eat fish. There's a reason I don't eat fish, and that is largely because it's the easiest way to get food poisoning, and I've had food poisoning, and I did not enjoy that shit at all. So, yeah, Anson. Maybe that's a life lesson. I don't know. So, but yeah. But that's a story coming out of Michigan today. That was one of the things that popped up on my news feed, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with people?" Like, seriously, like, this is not this is terrible. And it looks like that the apparently, I think the manager was fired, but they're still going after Meijer. And I think that I don't know if the entire company should be punished for this, but at some point, should you not send a message to the company that, hey, do better, hire better managers, pay attention to what your managers are doing, because this is some fucked up shit, right? Like, this is not cool, right? And so yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was. Yeah, he took stuff on the tables that was wrapped or in pre-sealed containers, right? So, corporate structure removing human dignity from our interactions. Yeah, that's possible for sure. That could happen. So, look, I'm just saying, man. I feel bad for the kid, right? And not because he's, not real smart, not because he's, maybe a little physically handicapped. I feel bad that he had to work with such a shitty human being, right? And yeah, you're right, Anson. I did fire people for using cell phones after I gave them like 3 fucking warnings. Yeah. So Cleaner 409's obviously found the articles that I was looking at. Yeah, you should look at this list, guys. You should go look into it. It's fruit cups. Like, I throw those away. I don't like fruit very much, and there's too much syrup in most of them usually. And this is stuff that was going to literally end up in a dumpster. And this kid just took it and ate it. He's a poor kid, doesn't have a lot of money. Yeah, this is bull. I mean, this is terrible. This is really bad. Yeah. Yeah, there are different types of managers out there for sure. I did not know that about Meijer, Cleaner 409, that they've been known to save the stuff people were going to throw away. Wow, that's yeah. Tyranny of the Karens. It does seem like the manager's like a male Karen, right? Like you just can't do that, right? Like it's trash. Throw it away. Why do you care? Like I wouldn't care. You know, if I actually if I had an employee that was in that bad a shape, I'd probably throw him a few extra bucks and tell him to, take something home, and cover it under my loss on my loss sheet, spoilage. Like I just don't understand this, man. I just don't. And the guy's self-certified smug look when he's doing this is it just makes you want to punch kittens, I guess, or something. I don't know. Anyway, so that's the Meijer story. I thought it was really bad. I think Meijer's may end up in a lawsuit over this. That's true. It may Smoking Spaceman. It may get expunged and all of that. It won't. It's not. It probably won't show up. He's probably gonna. The judge is probably gonna take one look at this and go, "What the fuck is this moron thinking?" But it certainly. Every time he goes to interview for a job, he's going to be like, "Is this another guy that's going to fuck me up?" Certainly that's going to be a real thing. This is terrible, man. Kroger got sued for stealing money from employee checks. That is insane, 13. That's insane, man. Like, this is crazy. That's nuts. Let's get back to the mom and pop stores, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back to when you knew your grocer by name and you walk in and say, "Hey, Abe, hey, Johnny, hey, whatever the fuck. You got any fresh bananas in? You got it?" This corporate, the corporate food industry is, the more, I used to not believe it, but the more examples of bullshit like this I see, the more I feel like that it's got to be bad. Anson, the manager that fired the guy was a dude. It's a dude. Male Karen. So there's that. Okay. Yeah, I hope that kid. I hope the kid, gets some satisfaction out of this. I can't believe that somebody would be that fucking petty. Yeah, absolutely. Midnight Newton. I really want to talk to you about that. Everybody in this story, Void Ace, is looks to be white or Caucasian appearing. Speaking of Caucasians, I haven't seen the Sasquatch in a while. We need to see if that guy's alive. So, but yeah, it's wow, that's pretty terrible, man. Yeah, the internet is pretty fucking rad, honestly. It's pretty rad. Cleaners out there going to town. So it's good though. It's good. So anyway, if you've been letting me know that people have been talking about me or mentioning me on their streams or whatever, I appreciate it. I don't necessarily go watch all of it or whatever. I really honestly, I don't. I mean, I want to know, but I don't care enough to like deep dive into it or really give two shits about it. But it is interesting to know that there are people who will not come face the music, so to speak. So that's yeah. That's where your second marriage started, Anson. That's weird. What else did I have for today? I'm sorry, that whole Bible thing that Glenn brought up it just kind of threw me off, man. If you guys didn't watch it last night, I had a great debate. I had a great debate with Rob Noor, Dylan Burns, Wick, Lactoid, and Tyler, Average Debate Enjoyer. It actually was a good time. Except for Wick. Wick was just a pain in the dick all night. Like that dude hates that dude seems to hate success so bad. And you know, I don't know what's up with it. I guess it's fine. So yeah, whatever. But yeah. Rob Noor raid. What's up, Rob Noor, folks? Come on in, sit down, pull up a chair. We just got finished talking about this guy who got fired from from a Meijer supermarket for basically nothing, just because the manager was up in his kind of up in his feels, I guess. I appreciate you think that I had the best points. I mean, I liked what Dylan had to say, and I like Dylan's attitude about the whole thing. He shocked me. I honestly thought Dylan was going to be like I honestly thought he was going to be the Spurg. I've watched him go out, go at people before, and I was kind of expecting that same energy. So we'll see, but yeah, it's going to be pretty good. But yeah, I think I did have I thought I had pretty good points. I was kind of called out over on Rob's for being, not really basically saying, that I believe several times. Normally that's because some things are observational, and therefore it is, I have to say the word believe. You'll be fishing Saturday mornings and showing me what I'm in. It is tough for me to get up Saturday mornings and get my and get out on the lake because of Friday night. So yeah, but it's been interesting. It's been an interesting week already, and we still got one day left. So tomorrow night will be the debate show. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a good time. I'm not really sure if I'm going to do a theme tomorrow night. I really liked the sci-fi show that we had last week. That was legit. I don't know if we'll keep that up, but we'll see. We'll see. You never know. I'm kind of thinking that we might do debate topics on I don't know. I'll figure it out. I really like the sci-fi though. That was really legit. I know that somebody had talked about wanting to do them over race car themes and that sort of thing, but I'm not sold on that. So, it is what it is. We've got some we got some debates coming up next week. I'll figure out when, where, who, and how, and let you guys know. But other than that, that's kind of it for upcoming events. Oh, I mean, obviously Saturday night we'll do a chill stream. It'll be cool, and we'll have a great time. Seems like there was another thing that I wanted to kind of go over, but it's all right. The debate general movie hot takes. Ooh, that's good, Bandit. sequels better than originals, right? Like that's actually really good. And you could go to like Back to the Future. You could go with Smokey and the Bandit movies. You know, there's a lot of sequels out there. People could debate over that. That'd be pretty legit. That'd be that'd be a good one. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty rad. We're trying to get some more lefties to come over. My buddy Tyler's working them over pretty hard to get them to come to the show. Turns out it may have been Ukraine that blew up the Russian pipeline, but I guess they are innocent until in not provoking Russia. So I always wondered about the pipeline getting blown up and the way it was. There's a couple of different things. Robo-op, I'm not really sure what that's. The Narnia Chronicles, that would be good. Yeah, that'd be okay. Dancers and VIP booths at the party in Nashville. No, we're not doing any of that. No performers. You are the performer, Anson. It's all you, baby. You're the performer. So, have I seen the Cracker Barrel rebrand? I have not. I heard somebody say something about it, but I have not seen it. So if you want to throw me a link over on the Discord, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, it's been pretty funny. So yeah. Leftists won't like this space. They can't control it. Well, it's funny because so far they've been doing pretty good, right? They haven't been. They've not been too bad to deal with. I mean, they come on the show. I treat them fairly, and they do some good stuff or they don't. So. It's that's what it is. I got something on Discord here. No, sorry, I thought I did. That was something else beeping. Sorry. The Cracker Barrel. I'll have to look that up. Target CEO is leaving after being with them for 13 years. Wow. I did it, but that's rad. That is rad. And the Highlander would be a great one. I love the Highlander. Kel is a lefty. She is indeed a lefty. If you guys haven't seen Crash Out Kel, let me help you.
I'll give you.
Bro, I'm obviously not. I told you like multiple times that I'm not fucking like gonna respond to like.
It's not gonna fucking respond to like whatever. They painted the walls white and got rid of the guy sitting in the chair on the logo. That's weird. Yeah. The original two were great. The TV show was great. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, go with that. Highlander, the TV show is actually really good. The original two Highlander movies were really good. And I like the Highlander, and I like Henry Cavill playing it. Should be awesome. Yeah, he's actually I think he's does MMA or boxing or maybe a combination of that. He's kind of he's actually can fuck people up in real life. So he didn't speak he's English, mullet baby. How did he not know English? What are you talking about? Maybe he was speaking Scottish or something. Maybe he didn't know English. I don't know. What language did he speak normally? Because he spoke English with a very convincing English accent. But that was a great movie. It really was. Kroll was a really good movie too. Since he was a kid in Count of Monte Cristo. Count of Monte Cristo was also a really, really rad one. Yeah, Chris Lambert was the original Highlander for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, it was great too. It was really good. I love the movie Count of Monte Cristo. I like the book too, but I like the last movie was great. Giacomo was the perfect character. They picked the perfect guy for that. That was a legit badass movie. That was really cool. Yeah. So the night before the Wick debacle last night, I judged the debate between Ryan Mullally and Pisco, and I don't know if you guys saw it. Enemy Charlie was another judge, and then Iko was a judge, and Iko he just had to lean left hard into it. But shockingly, Enemy Charlie, I think because she didn't really actually understand the argument or what was being said to a high degree, she just went with Mullally because he actually was able to back his shit up. Pisco honestly said the same thing over and over and over again for about 3 hours, and it didn't work the first time he said it, and it certainly didn't work the 150th time he said it. And when I asked clarifying questions, he actually misunderstood one of my clarifying questions, which was hilarious to me, but he still answered, and I'll give him credit for that. It was the first time I've been on stage with Pisco, the first time I had interacted with him. I saw him at DebateCon last year. I thought he would do better. I actually thought that this was going to play to his strengths, but Mullally just shellacked him from the start to the finish. I don't know what Iko was watching, but he was not watching the actual debate, that's for sure. And yes, you're correct, Mullet Baby. She was not paying attention. She was drawing. Yeah, Krull, I am showing my age. Krull was badass, though. Krull was legit. That was a legit movie for sure. I really would love to. So for this event that I got coming up in November, guys, I'm going all out. Look, I haven't really talked about. I mean, I've talked a lot about it, but I haven't talked about this specific thing that's going on. I've got. Not only are we going to have the event, but leading up to the event, I've got a merch store coming online. You'll be able to pre-order T-shirts, which you can either have shipped to you or you can pick up at DebateCon. And they'll be, I don't know what that's going to look like yet. They're going to be pretty awesome. And I think it's going to be pretty rad there. I think we're going to have coffee cups and some other souvenir stuff. I'm trying to come up with some kind of swag bag for everyone that shows up. We just give you a bag with I don't know, some stuff in it, T-shirt, maybe a couple of patches or stickers or some shit. So I got to get that stuff taken care of. We're going to get that done. Mullet Baby says Pisco has copied everything Destiny does in debates, the whole acting hyperbolic and offended over anything. To some degree, I think that's true, but he's a lawyer and he does, in theory, he does that. One of the best parts of that whole deal was Mullally, who really was being very above board the whole time, finally came out and said junior lawyer. And I thought that was pretty fucking lit. That was legit. That was absolutely awesome to hear him just call it like it is. And can't wait for that. Honestly, I can't wait to have another debate with those guys. I'm trying to get Mullally to come to DebateCon. We'll see if I can make that happen. There may not be enough. The juice may not be worth the squeeze in his situation, but we'll see. I think the biggest thing with Pisco is that Pisco can be very eloquent and really speak well. But at the same time, everything he says is orange man bad. So this is something that I just don't get about the left. You guys help me out here. If somebody wants to come up I'm putting the link over in the mod chat. Maybe somebody wants to come up and yell at me or agree with me and be a sycophant. That's fine. I encourage all such things. The link is in the mod chat. So mods, you can once you vet people, they can come up. And but I heard that. I'd heard it. We'll get into that in a second. But so it's a very interesting thing to me when we're talking about all of these various actors and Pisco and the Mullally and all of these guys and copying things and this and that and the other thing. It's very interesting. At the same time, it's kind of boring. It gets boring to some degree. And what's really getting old is people that won't even be in the same room with other people. That's getting kind of old. I don't understand it. Mullet Baby says that Trump's civil conviction has been tossed out by New York appeals court. He no longer has to pay that $500 million, and the state of New York has to release his bond. That's pretty legit. Good day to you, sir. Sound X Phonetic. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. But it's just it's been a very very interesting thing going lately with the debates and the debate sphere and all of that kind of thing. To me, I think iron sharpens iron. So if you're willing to get in there and not get pissed off and not hate people, I don't know anybody right now that I would not. Let me think offhand. I would not debate Ben Thorpe or Grace Thorpe because I just don't like the way they conduct themselves before and after the debate. I wouldn't debate. I don't know. I wouldn't debate a couple of people just based on principle, right? That's it. But other than that, Pisco, sure, I'll debate him, whatever. When Pisco made the threat to sue Rob over calling him a lawyer is when people saw him for the clown he is. I think you're probably right on that. Absolutely. Sure. You can't do any of what? You can't you can't share the links and stuff. That's fine. I'll do it. I'm watching the mod chat. Oh, wait a minute. I got to go to the waiting room. I'm watching the waiting room now. Guys, if anybody would like to come up on the show, argue with me or banter back and forth, whatever you want to do. If you want to do that, you're welcome to go over to my Discord. And what you'll do is you will just very simply, you go to the tab called the waiting room and say, hello, I would like to go up. And if I don't know you or if the mods don't know you, then what'll happen is they'll ask you a few questions to vet you. Here's the Discord link. You go over and go to the waiting room tab and say, hey, what's up? I want a link. And we'll get you a link. But yeah, there are a few people that I would not sit down and debate, but for the most part, I'll debate anybody and on almost anything. And, we'll see where the cards lie. You know what? And I didn't get to go over this with Rob this morning, but one of the things about Wick that I'm actually starting to despise, and Wick may make the I won't debate because it's pointless list. And that is Wick never admits he lost. Right? Like, it's actually one thing if you're going to say, yeah, okay, I lost, look, I had a debate with a Conaboy a few months ago, and I prepped for the wrong debate. I didn't have everything laid out like I should have. Sure enough, I lost by a vote of 2 points, right? So it was pretty close. And man, tore me up a little bit, right? But I did lose that debate. I was unprepared. I had studied and prepared for the wrong arguments that I thought that he was going to make. When he made the other arguments, I had only the basest and most simplistic replies, right? I could rhetoric. I had very little. I had a lot of rhetoric, but very little context or very little anything else. So I just couldn't do it. Couldn't make it happen. So I lost. But you just heard Wick. Most of you guys heard Wick last night, say that he's cooked Andrew 3 times. Now, I've watched Andrew and Wick debate, and Andrew lays Wick out like fillets, like fish, filet-o fish. And the I don't know what to say about it, right? Like why can't Wick just admit, hey, I took an L? You know, and he probably should have said, I'm gonna take another L tonight, but I'm gonna step in the ring with Andrew. You know, the thing is that I absolutely have no respect for Wick because he won't admit that he takes an L. And especially he won't admit he'll take an L to someone like Andrew or me or basically anyone else. It's I win, right? And when we all know that he did not. So what the problem with that, my opinion, you guys can disagree with me. The problem with that is I can't take you seriously anymore. And I really don't want to. But I would have a lot more respect for somebody who said, I'm going to get my ass handed to me because I'm going up against Andrew Wilson, but I'm going to step in the ring anyway. And then when they get out, they go, hey, yeah, I got to be honest. That was the dumbest thing I've ever done. I shouldn't have stepped up to Andrew or, you know, hey man, I made a couple of good points, but damn, that dude is good. Whatever it is, when you get your ass kicked, just own up and just give the other guy the credit for being good enough to beat you. Right. Like this is a real thing, right? Wick does have a hate thing for Andrew for sure. He brings him up every week. I didn't know that. Is it Andrew is building a media empire and Wick just has crumbs from the table of progressive victory and lose table? Correct. So we all know, and he knows that Wick only exists because he was astroturfed back when Progressive Victory was giving out a bunch of money, and he, you know, he's willing to basically sit there and put his finger on the scale for the leftists when they come on his panel, and so in return of saying good things for Destiny and letting Destiny run all over, you know, people and so on, so, you know, having all of these leftists on and basically making sure that they don't look too bad. In return for that, he gets whitewashed by, and propped up because he'll have Destiny will raid him and other things will happen like that. What's up, Clover Tack? How are you, buddy? Links over in the Discord if you want to jump up. Sorry, I stepped out of that room for a minute, but I'm back now. So I'm over there. I'm watching it. If you want to come up, I shot a match this past weekend, Clover Tack. We could talk about it. I also got the new kit for my P365 that makes it the longer barrel and the higher capacity mags. So it's pretty legit. So I got it yesterday and put a new red dot on it last night. So ready to hit the range, sighter in. And it's I mean, a lot of really cool stuff going on out there, but I don't know if I was rambling incoherently, but definitely we've got, there's some the debate. There's a disturbance in the debate field force, basically. Clover Tack has link again, guys. If you make it like an M18, no, it does not make it like an M18. I have a 320 that I have a 320X carry that I turned into an M17, and then I put and then I turned that into an X5, and then I think tonight, actually, I'm probably going to turn the X5 back into the X carry because I actually really enjoy carrying that gun. What's up, Ghost 1978? What is up? Just stop by, hit the like because I got to go to his doctor's appointment. Man, that's terrible, but good to see you out there, and have good luck at your doctor's appointment. What's up, my man, Clover Tack? How are you, sir?
Hey, been a minute.
It has been a minute. You've been very busy, young man.
I have. Yeah. Yep. It's getting about that time. So summer's
ending. Time for
time
to get ready for PRI.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Summer's winding down. Shows are done. They canceled TriggerCon on us. So
they did.
Yeah.
Why would they cancel TriggerCon?
Yeah, I've been hearing for a while. Rainier has been Rainier's the one, of course, that puts that on. I've been hearing for a while they've been kind of having some issues. So, all hearsay, of course, but
yeah.
So,
entertain the chat for a minute. I got to take this call. It's from far away.
Oh well, This is not going to be very difficult because we can go one of two ways with this chat. We can go gun prattle or we can go gun prattle, right? But yeah, hopefully the chat out there. I don't know. I just jumped in, so I haven't been keeping up with all you guys over here.
Sorry, it was that automated telemarketer thing.
Oh God, I hate those, dude.
Yeah, this is actually the third time today, so I'm probably going to report them for whatever the anti-spam or whatever. Yeah.
I actually had a political survey the other evening, and I participated in it. I was like, "What the hell?"
You did what now?
And a political survey.
Ooh.
It's very, very rare. They talk about all these polls and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's very rare that I get a call like that. And I'm like, you know what? And they were just asking. It was more Texas based, asking about Texas Republicans more than anything.
Oh, okay.
So it was seemed to be a Republican pollster. Talking more about primaries and whatnot. And I let fucking John Cornyn have it, boy, when they brought him up. Holy shit. I let all into his ass. So I guess you heard Herrera is running again.
I did hear that. I saw that. I saw that just recently. I think he made like a week ago. I think I saw.
Yeah, he in Knoxville. Yeah, he announced in Knoxville at the GOA thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, with the redistricting, I don't know how that affects where he was running, but he lost by a pretty slim margin, and with redistricting and whatnot, it kind of makes me wonder if what kind of difference that'll make this go around. Will it make up that difference? I don't know.
Yeah. Have you seen a WIC debate? Have you seen when I've been over on WIC or
nah?
Have you watched any of his debates? Because he has this thing where he inserts himself even though he's moderating.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And so
even I know that's fucked up, and I'm not a regular.
You're not part of that.
Yeah.
You don't Bandit 848 comes in and says, I don't respect him because he can't help himself. Even when WIC mods, he has to help his side. That's true. And even when he tries to help his side, they still get beat like a redheaded stepchild. So yeah.
Now, did you say you had a match that you've got to shoot, or that you just?
I shot a match last weekend at Dead Zero, and then I'm going to shoot another match. I'm going to try and shoot a match this Saturday at Orsa, where you just were in Oak Ridge. So, it's it's it'll be a proper 3-gun match. I like Orsa because it's they know how to put on matches. So Dead Zero has an amazing facility and they can do a lot of really cool things, but the people who run it seem like they shoot more IDPA and pistol matches than they do rifle matches. And so some of the safety stuff is weird, and I just don't. It's very IDPA like, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
And it's getting old. I'm so bored with it. And then, but I like Orsa has a mediocre facility because it's a gun club that mostly does shotgun stuff, and then as an afterthought, they have a rifle and pistol bay area. And then they have rifle range, pistol range, that kind of thing. But just, it's the bays are just kind of like an afterthought in the back. And so while it's a nice facility, it's not like a super great facility. And, but I like going there. It'll be cool. My friend, I'll see some friends there. As a matter of fact, I should be able to, I need to make some connections on some other stuff, and it's going to be a good time.
The goals range day was at Windrock.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been there, but man, it was a beautiful, beautiful range set up there, man. It's pretty awesome.
Okay. I'm actually, I'm probably, if I do shoot the match this weekend, I'm probably going to shoot it with either my SIG X5 or a Glock. I've been shooting the 2011 so much lately that I'm just like, I kind of want to shoot a Glock, and I'm actually really tempted. If I had a front sight for it, or I could get one from Dawson in time, I would, I'd shoot it with my CZ P09. So
just missing a front sight, or what's up? Or you just need a different one?
Yeah. I don't know if you're probably familiar with the CZ, front sights, how they kind of like, slide in from the front, and they're supposed to be pinned in. Well, I had a pin break or something, and or a screw or whatever come loose. I forget what it was, but the front sight's been missing for like 3 years, and I every time I'm like, I'm gonna go order one now. I never do. Like, I always forget about it. And Dawson has like 4 different heights, and I remember that the last one I had on there, it was the sight was too I think it was too short, making me shoot too high. I shot high a lot, so I need a taller front sight to push it down so that it's right. Yeah, so I got it, and I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, that is actual gun prattle. But yeah,
yes. I'm okay with it.
I've been doing a bunch of gun stuff lately.
Yeah,
so
me too.
I got my Gibbs side charger rocking and all that. I actually shot 3-gun division this past weekend. So I actually shot the shotgun, but because it was they're kind of really like IDPA people. And so they had literally like one stage where I had to use my shotgun, and it made sense to use it. Every other stage is like, yeah, there's no point in using a shotgun here.
Have you seen the Tactiload shotgun stock?
Depends.
Dude,
I've seen a bunch of them.
So yeah, well, Tactiload is a specific company, but it has a 5-round magazine in it.
Oh, so, okay, yeah.
Damn, man, I got that in, I don't know, maybe a week ago or so, and pretty blown away, man. It comes with adapters to pretty much fit damn near anything. So it's kind of modular in that sense. And they load just like a box magazine into it. And oh man, they strip so clean, man, when you go to pull them out. Like it's cool.
I haven't seen that. So my buddy Mark Roth has introduced a new stock and right now I think it's only for the Benellium 2. I'm wanting him to do one for a 1301. I mean, I think he's doing a 1301 next, and I'll probably get one of those. And then I really, really want him to do the Browning Satori series, right? Because there are millions of Satoris out there, and that would benefit from that. But anyway, so the interesting Mark Ross stock is very. It seems really reverse engineered from what the Europeans have been doing for the last couple of years with their comfort tech and all of that. And but it's super legit. But he's an innovator. He made the X-Rail. I don't know if you remember the X-Rail, which was the rotary shotgun magazine for the tube-fed shotguns. You put it attached to the front of the shotgun, and it held like 30 rounds or some stupid shit like that.
Right.
And it would, and so it would feed into the tube. And then when it ran out, it would rotate to the next tube. It was legit. But heavy, obviously. So, Darth Grumpy Dad says, surprised I haven't started a range business that has multiple range for shooting activities.
Fuck that.
It's actually on the list. Honestly, one of the things I'm looking for right now, because we're probably going to start investing in the San Antonio area. I think that's our next area to start buying houses in. And I'm actually looking outside the San Antonio area for enough property to do a range with a proper airstrip. Because one of my airplanes requires asphalt, paved runway. It can't be dirt, and so I want to put a runway in. I want to put a practice racetrack in, and then put a shooting range in, and that way I can do all the things that I like to do in one place and never have to fucking leave.
Yep. That'd be cool.
Right? I can just ship in air and light, and I'll be all right. Just give me some sunlight once in a while, and I'll be cool.
Oh yeah, well, Texas, you don't fucking got to worry about sunlight. I hate to tell you that.
Especially San Antonio.
You'll have plenty of that shit.
But San Antonio has a lot of businesses moving to it over the next 3 to 4 years, which means a lot of new jobs, which means that a lot of people are going to be moving there and needing houses. So,
quite a few ranges down that way. Already. Down there in the hill country area.
Yeah.
Good spot for it. A lot of natural berm and a lot of space.
That's the problem with Michigan, I've heard, is that it's so freaking flat that they can't really can't shoot long range rifle because there's nothing there to stop it. And so I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Have you been following the Bob Vogel drama?
No.
Do you know who Bob Vogel is?
I haven't been following much of nothing.
Yeah. So Bob Vogel is he's a USPSA champion, national champion, I think. He also won IDPA, whatever grandmaster, whatever. I don't know IDPA stuff at all. So he is accused. Well, let me back up a minute. So Bob Vogel is he used to be a cop. He's up until just recently was a competitive shooter, more or less a professional shooter. And then he was a brand representative, and he had some other stuff that he was doing. And Bob is a ladies' man. We all knew that. I've been to matches with him and gone out for dinner and all that, and then he disappears to the bar and he's out, flirting and all that. He's a ladies' man. He's a guy. He's a dude. Well, unfortunately for dude Vogel, he ran afoul of the law in Ohio.
A little
bit, and specifically,
allegedly. I guess.
Well, no, I mean. He definitely did something, but whether or not that something was actually legal is a question that they're answering now. Because he admits that he had a relationship with this girl who ended up being 17 when she claimed the whole time to be 19. And the way he says it, the way it reads in his statement that this was proved multiple times, it seems like he saw her ID and she had a fake ID that said that she was 19 or 20 or whatever it was. I think it was 19. At any rate, she ends up being 17. Now, in the state of Ohio, that's above the age of consent. I think the age of consent is 16, so there's no problem there. The problem is that he had a picture of this girl, probably naked, definitely in a risque manner, and Bob got caught with that because apparently they were at his place, hanging out, partying, whatever, and there was another girl there, and the girl he was, I guess, dating, and this other girl got in a fight. Bob calls the cops, allegedly. We don't know who called the cops. It hasn't been released yet, but Bob says he called the cops. And the cops show up, get everything settled down. They take they ask to see his phone, and they took his phone or his wallet. They took something and didn't give it back. I don't think it was his phone. Originally, it was reported it was his phone, but I don't think it was. So, at any rate, a few months later, 5 or 6 months later, they arrest him for child or underage pornographic material. It's a digital offense. So, what that was, I don't know. And it's going to be interesting because his whole defense hangs on that he had no way of knowing she was underage, and she completely the entire time represented herself to be of legal age. So that's his whole defense. So we'll see how that works out for him. But that just goes to show you don't trust women, or girls. You don't trust young girls. You okay over there, Clover Tack? Is stunned into silence. Uh-oh. Clover? Oh, man. Did we freeze? Is something happening here? Is something going on? Clover. Chat? Can I just not hear Clover? What's up? I guess Clover Tech froze up or something. Clover is muted. Oh, he may be on a phone call or something. That's okay. All right, that explains it. I didn't notice that he was muted. Cool. He fell asleep. Yeah, it could be, man. That midday. Yes, old people, we get around midday, we want our nap. So, it's all right. All you young Thundercats out there making it happen. So, what do you guys think about this deal with the potential underage charge against this guy? If he can prove that he saw a driver's license or something that asserted that she was 19 or 20 or whatever she claimed to be, and he had no idea, but she ends up being 17. Where are you guys at on that? What's your theory? Anyone? Ignorance is not a defense, usually. Ignorance of the law is no offense. Ignorance can be an affirmative defense.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, emergency at the gun shop, man. That was important. They called, and I was like, yeah, I'll call them back. And then I got a text on the
Oh, that's all right.
There, and it's like, okay, so there was a thing with the FFL tools that, So
gotcha.
had to take that one. Unfortunately, there were people wanting to buy guns, and that wasn't working. So,
So what do you think about that with Vogel? Do you think that because his statement that he originally posted, which his lawyer probably told him to remove, which has been removed, but is still out. Obviously, it's the internet, so it's still out there. His statement that he answered an ad that she put out that said she was 19.
Yeah.
He claims that was verified. I'm not really sure how he verified it. He doesn't specify. I'm assuming driver's license. So now we have to assume that she might have had a fake ID showing her to be 19, 20. Well, actually, I'm saying that she claimed to be 19. She could have been claimed to be 20 or 21. I don't know. I'm just saying,
right. Of age,
right? And him actually sleeping with her at if she, even with her being 17, him sleeping with her is not actually against the law. It's that Ohio's digital pornography or sexual image law or whatever is that it's considered underage pornography under the age I think 18. Yep. So while you can have sex with her at 17, you can't take pictures of her until she's 18.
Yeah, Texas the same way. Yeah. What's fucked up is even if you're married, right? Like in Texas.
Oh, really? I did not know. I didn't see that one coming at all.
Isn't that nuts? Like even
that is kind of nuts. I got to be honest with you.
Like if you two 17s hook up, get married, and I mean 6 months. You could be 6 months away from 18, whatever. Like the point is you're underage, right? But you hook up, you get married, and then you're like, hey, let's start an OnlyFans. Like,
Right. Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah. Oh, wow.
You better not. Yeah, it's all of those little loophole catch-22 weird fucked up things. Yeah, I mean if she was putting it out there that she was of age, and that seemed reasonable, and then she was the one sending the pictures, right? Because somebody can send you a dick pic right now. They're like, that doesn't mean you requested it or that you want it or that you.
And I think that's why there was like these months of investigation, because I think that he probably took a picture of them together naked or something, right? Like that would be the reason why this would make sense, because
that could be,
otherwise it doesn't really make sense. I mean, getting him just for simple possession of the picture is okay. That's bad, but I don't think it'd take 5 months or whatever.
He would have had to investigate it, or they took it, type thing.
Yeah. So, and Voide says if she had a fake ID and it can be proven, if like they find it or whatever, that girl needs to be locked behind bars.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not the one going after the guy for this, so maybe, I don't know, man. That's really
that's another thing that's jacked up. So there was an issue here in it was locally, right? And so I don't remember the exact specifics, but it was kind of a similar thing, except for getting married into the mix, right? And the state, county, ultimately the state, I guess, went after the dude, and they convicted him and locked his ass up, and he is a registered PDF and still married to the chick with kids. And it's like,
see, this is a crazy thing.
How in the world does a state have any kind of say to fuck the lives of somebody up, and like for no reason?
I mean, I'm with you, man. I think that
it was not predatory in nature. There was nothing predatory. It was completely mutual. And aside from kind of what we're talking about, the little loophole gotcha thing, like that the state exploited in order to do that. And then, of course, you know, they're going to drag everything through the mud when they go to court. You know how the DAs are going to be, right? They're going to the absolute worst fucking case possible. And it's already, when you're dealing with a PDF thing, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm 180%, you know, I guess it's not even questionable whether or not that shit's okay.
I'm with you on that, right?
But this is where that you have to understand the nuance, right?
Yeah.
Like there's cases, if it's predatory in nature, then yeah, I mean 100%, right? But if it's so blatantly non-predatory,
right,
right. And at this point, I mean, it's like you can't even get things expunged, you know what I mean? And it's like, you've been married to the chick at this point, got to be going on 15 years or so, multiple children, and still got all that shit on his record. And it's like,
yeah,
it's fucking horrible, man.
It's an interesting, I mean, it is an interesting thing, right? Like
you can get married, but you're going to go to prison for having sex with your wife at the, like,
right.
what?
Yeah, that's I mean, I understand the spirit behind the laws, and certainly we want to protect people.
And these are outlier cases. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we need more lax laws so things like this don't get caught up. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we need fucking DAs, and we need the quote unquote state to fucking understand like nuance and shit here for these, you know, very, very rare cases. Because I would say that these are pretty rare, these types of incidents where things fall through.
I don't know that they're that rare, because
you don't think so?
You know, people that have done it. I know people that have been in this situation. I know, you know, like, and now I know
one. So, like, but I guess if everybody in the country knew one, that'd be a lot, right? But
it's a pretty, I'm saying it's probably not the it's probably not as
but what I'm saying is I don't know that there's enough to warrant, like, oh, we definitely need to restructure our PDF laws or whatever. Like, I'm not saying
right. I don't know.
That's what I'm getting at.
I don't know if there's enough to restructure them, but maybe there's some reinterpretation that could be involved, right?
I just think it comes down to the state, and by the state, I mean the DAs and the whatever investigators and the whoever. It comes down to them to go, well, hold on a minute, time out. Like, what's reasonable here, right?
Yeah. Grumple Stillskin, go to the Discord waiting room. Go to my Discord, go to the waiting room, and then I'll drop you the link. So, but anyway, no, it's an interesting thing. It's very hard to kind of think about. It's something that you, when I'm in awe, honestly, at what's going on with Vogel. I mean, I really am. So, what would I do if I found out that my coworker is a convicted pedo? I mean, it depends on how they comport themselves, right? Like, if they're like, if they act like normal people and do normal people things, I probably wouldn't care much. If they were shifty and always looking at chicks and you know, that are like, you know, a third of their age and stupid shit like that, I would probably think some bad things. But
well, you know, I certainly wouldn't leave them alone and let them with my children and let them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think that's
fucking regardless, right?
It's kind of like finding out that there's a bear in your backyard. You know the bear is there as long as he behaves himself. You don't really care. But if he starts crossing that line, you're going to put a bullet in his brain pan, right?
You know, you've got there's nuance to all of this a lot of times that I don't think people, and certainly not apologizing for anything here, but as with anything, there's nuance, right? And so in any type of criminal activity, the nuances are going to come into play as to the type of, I don't want to say social acceptance, because acceptance certainly ain't the fucking word, but civility, social civility maybe would be a better way to put it. That's warranted, right? Like, I'm not going to quit my job, like you say, if they're shifty or they're weird, but if they act like any other normal person, it's just they have that history. Probably not going to go to lunch with the fucker. Probably not going to be friends with the fucker.
Yeah.
But I'll shoot him a corporate email that, hey, I need this paperwork by Friday or whatever the fuck, or I'll go over to his office and say, hey, do you have the numbers for the Johnson account or whatever the fuck,
the Johnson
exactly.
account, really?
That was yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
was trying to be funny.
All right.
Anyway, so, but I mean, that would be the extent of it, right?
Yeah,
Now,
I mean, again, yeah, I wouldn't leave them alone with.
If they were shifty and weird acting and shit, but I'd probably do that with anybody I worked with. Like, I would definitely at that point try to make their life a living hell, and probably be, probably be doing things on the covert to get them fired, I would think.
If the issue was that the dude, that would be gross. If a dude did that, that would be.
Age gap makes a huge difference, right? And it
really
goes
weird.
right back. It goes right back into what we're talking about with this, right? And we got to be careful even talking about this subject at length. But age difference in the context of like what we were just talking about with Vogel, right? Like,
yeah,
did they know? Did they not know? Right? Like, there's a difference between did they know and should they have known, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, like, you have to even make that distinction.
Yeah. So Void A says, how do you leave a guy like that alone? Well, I mean, just like I leave everybody else alone. Question mark, when the kid was traumatized for life. First of all, I wouldn't know that the kid was traumatized for life, because, I would have that.
You're not going to know their backstory unless you go hunting it.
Yeah, that makes an assumption that I wouldn't know anything.
And at that point, if you get your jollies off by heavily researching PDFs, then I got to worry about that person a little bit.
Yeah, now I got to worry about you. Yeah, right. But there's another side to this too. Like, and again, I'm really. I mean, I'd light the matches and set certain people on fire for sure. But at the same time, I don't know them personally, but I know of people who've been falsely accused and or manipulated into situations where they're fucked up for life now. They're fucked up.
And it happens a lot in broken family situations too, right?
Sure.
Like family court style things. Like,
I had this kid that worked for me. He's not a kid. He was probably like 30 years old.
That's a kid.
28, 27, something like that.
Right.
And he, but I considered him a kid, right? And he had, I found this out because obviously we do background checks on people, right? Or we did. And it came back that he had like this really strange set of like sealed charges, right? So I had to ask him about it. I'm like, look, man, I know you don't have to tell me they're sealed, but if you want to work here, I kind of really need to know, and I need to know the honest truth. And basically what had happened is this poor fucker had gotten more or less involved. He probably initiated it. Maybe the girl did. I don't know. But he got involved with like some younger friend of his sister's. It went sideways. This dude's life got ruined because he was dumb as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to explain that to every single employer, I'm sure. Every single one. And, I'm like, well, that could have happened to me in my younger years, right? Like I pushed the envelope a little bit, and there were certainly the opportunity for young ladies that I were dating to make accusations about me that could not, that when I think about it now, could not have been disproven. Now, nowadays we have video, like, people have video in their homes, people have video on their phone.
We do. But what I was fixing to say about that, you kind of went a different direction. But I think that it's worse nowadays in the sense that the most minor little thing is taken into consideration, right? So yes, while we do have video proof, more video proof and whatever digital proof one way or the other nowadays, it's like nowadays just a fucking cross look or some kind of shit. You know what I mean? Or just literally making a complimentary remark to a chick,
Right.
It's
Which
like,
is why they don't.
And it's like, oh my fucking God. Like, this is back in the day, if we had to deal with what young people, I'm not going to say all, but let's just say the left anyway, consider, inflammatory, misogynist, whatever, abusive comments and actions. Holy crap. Like, we'd all be locked up, probably.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
For doing nothing.
Yeah. And the thing is that I guess I kind of wanted to tie this back to, that the person that's traumatized in this whole deal is not the girl who made the accusation because she got pissed off that, the older dude that she, kind of lured in, decided that she was too young and actually wanted to date people his age. He's the traumatized dude because this dude literally has to explain this shit to every employer, every time they pull his record. I think he has to, I don't know that he has to register as a sex offender on the sex offender list, but I'm certain that in some places he would have to, and that would be a whole new thing. And it just because some stupid girl, and he was dumb. He was a dumb young man. Young men are stupid. They are not smart, especially when it comes to thinking with their dick. Their dick is very dumb. So,
usually
that's true.
Which is a good thing. Which is, the thing that saves a lot of young men is the armed service because you can't be around any of them, and
or getting married.
Well,
or getting married, right? Yeah. You get to see other dudes fuck up first, and get fucked up.
Yeah.
Mullet Baby 01 comes in with, now it just broke. Destiny is accused of sharing images and engaging in adult texting, Discord stuff, and video calls with a 17-year-old. That's true. I knew that yesterday. I was posting the tweets and all that. So
I don't want to do drama, dude.
It's not stupidity. It's purposefully degenerate behavior. Help me out with that one, Otis. Help me out.
That could be valid.
It could be valid. But to say it in such a like,
if I'm understanding it correctly, that could be valid.
Well, I mean, certainly with Destiny, it was for absolute 100% sure.
Oh, I thought they were talking about it in general.
Yeah, I think I'm
like, I don't get like, I don't know, maybe I'm weird.
Whoa. Now this is new. Apparently the news is saying that Destiny shared these texts, that his own son shared the text messages, images and whatnot with the others of his dad and the unnamed girls. Destiny, bro, you have fucked up.
Destiny's son fucked him over? Is that what I'm hearing?
Was it
so State of Gaming, Emmett, it's
I hate the at. Anybody else hate the at symbol shit?
I hate that. I don't understand why they're fucking doing
I don't know who
really
fucking is who anymore. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's completely fucked up. It's not believe all women, Anson, you cooming gremlin yourself. He's taking the place of Coomer Gremlin when Destiny goes to the pokey. So is this new or old shit he was accused of? So kind of both. So the Ruby or whatever her name was, the girl that was 17 that Destiny supposedly sent hate porn to, and who supposedly audio recorded them having sex without her knowledge. I think this is all the same girl. So he was sexting with her first.
Wait, hold the grid. Hold the fuck, like audio recording of sex.
I broke Grumpelstiltskin. By the way, you're looking very
yeah. You just broke Grumple. What the fuck? Audio recording of sex. What?
So
I'm no Destiny stan. However, fucking pardon my French, but what the fuck? Audio recording of sex?
So what happened is...
What? In what world is that evidence of anything?
All right, hold on. This is what we know.
Dude, you saw me open up like I was doing chips to eat. I'm trying to do therapy Legos, and this is disrupting my calm.
You're gonna need more therapy Legos, brother, because this is what
I'm gonna change the camera over. Like I'm still listening. I'm still here. I'm gonna change the camera over. This is literally.
I'm gonna let you know what's up, man.
Doing therapy
here you go. Okay, so Pixie came out saying that.
Pixie. Okay.
Destiny had recorded her without her permission, and they knew that this other girl had been recorded too. I think her name is Ruby. I could be wrong about that. It could be something else. I don't remember. All of these girls are just interchangeable to me.
They are. I mean, you're not the only one that they're interchangeable.
Yeah. So whatever her actual name is, I don't know. But so she was 17 at the time, and apparently Destiny, without her knowledge, had an audio recording of them, maybe not having full sex, but definitely playing around, right?
What the fuck is even that? Pardon my French. No, this breaks me. Actually,
yeah, right. No, this is bad.
What is the audio recording of sex?
If you're looking for good, there's no good. This is all bad. All bad.
No, I get it's all bad, but I mean, what in the world are you going to try and like do? What an audio recording of?
She wasn't over 18 when the
no. Even if that is like what?
Yeah. Let me
finish.
It depends.
I'm sorry, my bad.
It totally depends on how loud they are.
Right. So Destiny apparently sent that to Pixie and maybe one or two other people. The recording of this sexual encounter, the audio recording, not video. There may be video. We don't know that. Okay, but we know there's audio. She says that she didn't consent to it, and at the time she said that she was 18 when this happened. There's no way to prove or disprove that. His phone wasn't recording video; it just got the audio right. So now it's come out that obviously through discovery they're getting into all of his shit, right? All of the DMs, all the text messages, all his hard drives, everything, right? The deeper they go, the more they find. And what they found about a week ago was him texting underage girls, including this Ruby or whatever her name is, when she was 17.
Yep.
And maybe younger. And there's another one where he's talking to there's all these text messages are terrible. There's one that I showed yesterday where he asks this, he's having a conversation with this person who then blocks him that says, I was hot at 10, and Destiny's like, oh, you were hot at 10? Do you have pics? And she's like, yeah. And she sends him pics, and he's like, I've never, dude, it was just
Grid.
Bad. It was really bad. Yeah.
Grid. Does anybody need to be convinced that Destiny is a scumbag?
No. But but now it's going to get even. Cherry, thank you, Cherry. That's one, not Ruby. Cherry, thank you. Yeah,
I know Cherry, and yeah, that makes sense. That whole thing.
Yeah, and so he had been texting her since she was like 16 or 17, and so
she still streams on Twitch sometimes, and that whole thing, that makes sense.
So
I have no idea about it, but that makes sense.
Yeah, so this is both old and new, right? It's new in the sense that we didn't know this, but it's old in the sense that Coomer Gremlin might have forgotten he even had this stuff. right?
Well, that's a danger. That's a danger when something happens and then the investigation begins. Let me back up. Danger on the part of somebody involved in criminal activities.
Yeah.
Is
over
that
years.
They don't get your phone and start the investigation with what they ultimately end up hanging you with, because they end up finding something worse than what you did to start that investigation in the first place.
Yes, this is true as well. Discord, they got a court order. Discord had to send the entire chat logs of the DGG to the court, including Destiny's private chats.
Yeah, Discord. They also will, like, do both YouTube, or excuse me, not YouTube, Twitch and Discord. They will bow to anything.
No, I froze up. Wow, that was weird. That was weird. I froze up. I was about to say, Grumple, you froze up, but it was actually me. I'm sorry, buddy. What were you saying?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, both Twitch and Discord are the worst platforms to build a community on ever.
Yeah,
because they can ban you for anything and there's no appeal process.
Sure.
And they will keep all of the logs of all of everything that you've ever typed into them ever.
So they
as
have
most, as all of them, literally any platform, never never, pardon my French, never trust any platform. Like, you're not safe anywhere. Don't try to do any shady shit anywhere.
Yeah, I didn't know this, but apparently some of these texts were deleted. The text through the cell phone company. Apparently some of them were deleted, but it doesn't delete it from the provider server.
Yeah, even if you even in the real world in like SMS text messaging, no, it doesn't actually delete it ever. No, that still exists on the telco provider.
Right. And so this is, the more time they have to go,
there is no delete.
The more stuff they keep finding.
That's what I'm trying to teach people, is there is no delete. Once something's out there, it's out there.
Yeah. It's
sorry, I'm delicious salsa.
It's really bad. Yeah. By law, the carrier has to save them for 6 to 8 months on the back end, but I think they just never get rid of them. So
yeah, it'd be silly to. Why? Because why?
They take up no space.
Text message, SMS, it's literally plain text. It takes up literally no space.
Yeah,
Flavor Tech, you're right.
Yeah.
So it's a it would be. I mean, it's just the whole thing with Destiny it's nuts. It is absolutely crazy right now. So there's a log for everything. That's true. But it's So what's interesting is that I don't think we're done. I think everybody, a few weeks ago, you guys probably don't remember this. A few weeks, maybe a month and a half ago, they were saying that Pixie's case was over. They just weren't. She wasn't proving any harm. She wasn't, blah blah blah, all this stuff, and it looked really bad because she went to him for money first and told him and basically tried to shake him down. To not go to the police and just settle out of court. And that does look bad, but I mean, she has a reasonable explanation in that, her entire career was tied to Destiny and being part of that sphere. So, she was highly motivated to have the least amount of trauma in leaving that sphere. Right. So, yeah. But yes, it's I don't know, man. It's not looking good for Destiny. I mean, which we knew it wouldn't, but you can like probably 5-6 weeks ago, everyone was literally saying that Pixie's case was shot. She wasn't getting anything. Otis, it continued forward. They just thought it was over because the Destiny's lawyers were basically able to get into evidence that Pixie had gone to Destiny first and asked for money. I think it was $1 million or something like that. So yes, that's true too. Mullet Baby 01. And the reason they're going all the way back in all these chat logs and everything is because they do suspect that Pixie was groomed by Destiny since they met when she was just turning 17. he knew her for a year before, anything supposedly happened, but we don't know when the first things started happening. And now Cherry's involved, and it's just getting deeper and deeper. Honestly, it's more and more crazy, more and more levels of the onion, and more layers of filth at the same time. So, yeah, but pretty.
Is anybody surprised?
Like, I'm really not. Like, I you know what actually surprises me is that Destiny. Two things. One thing that surprises me, which I didn't know, which I just found out, is that his son was either getting text and showing them the Destiny, or Destiny was showing the text to his son. Somehow his son was involved. That's insane. Like, why would you do that? That seems very, very not cool. It's
would you call him a Sussy Baka Grid?
Sorry?
Would you call him a Sussy Baka?
No, I wouldn't.
That is,
you know what I would call them all fools.
I'm not sure exactly what it means either, but
yeah. But you know what I would say is, I would say people like, I want to hear Connor from Counterpoints. I want to hear
why
Brianna Wu. I want to hear Not So Erudite. I want to hear all of these people try and spin this shit now. Right? Like,
well, you think all of them are going to be on Destiny's side on this one?
I sat through 2 hours of fucking Brianna Wu and Connor.
Why?
Well, I just, because I was listening to it. But just sweeping left and fucking right for Destiny, and basically throwing Pixie under the bus, saying that, there was no reason for this. She was just a jilted lover and all of this kind of bullshit, completely ball washing Destiny like it was their fucking job, which it kind of is. And I can't wait to hear the spin they try and put on this, because they literally swept for Destiny, and they threw Pixie as far under the bus as they could. And that's just detestable. So,
okay, you've convinced me. I'm not talking to him ever again.
Huh?
I'm not talking to Destiny ever again. Like, I've done, like, I think 2 times.
Yeah.
It was on panel.
I've never talked to Destiny. He was supposed to come on when I started the show.
He's a scummy dude.
Yeah. So when I started this show, there was an opportunity to have him come on the show, and I turned it down because at the time I didn't fit. First of all, I didn't know why it would help me, and I really didn't think that it was the right move for me. So, it's.
I mean, do you do what you like? Please don't let me indicate.
No, we didn't have him up. It wasn't. At the time, none of this stuff.
I know you wouldn't. You're your own man, and I know you wouldn't. But I don't want to interact with. He's just a scummy dude.
He is kind of a scummy dude, but at the time, it was like he was on. I don't even think he'd been divorced yet, and it was like, well, Destiny's probably okay. You're not going to have him on. But the thing is I didn't think for a minute that he would come on and be good faith, that he would just literally come on and be like, well, just pissant little streamer. At the time I had like 1,000 subs or some shit. Like, I was really small. So like, I was like, this guy's not gonna, this isn't gonna be
your growth like that. Be proactive about it.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not gonna be somebody else's target. Right. So I'm not gonna do it. Destiny is the cash cow, the leftist Democrat. Yeah, that's true.
Unless you don't care, and then they have nothing on you if you don't.
All will allow it or push it under the rug. I think they're gonna try and push it under the rug. I think they're gonna come out and sweep for him again. I think that you'll see Wick and Connor and Brianna Wu, they'll get on a panel somewhere and they'll be like, Destiny's being railroaded. This doesn't change my perspective on who he is. He's a good guy. He really means well. He just tried to help these
Wick
women.
with his still broken tooth that he had like a GoFundMe to fix it, which also apparently he did. And like, I don't know yet, dude. It still hasn't happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, again, I feel like that's pretty ridiculous. And look, I'm still a small streamer compared to Destiny, and I'm sure that he's doesn't give a shit what I say, and which is fine. But
Grumple has Zelda and salsa. Look at Zelda Lego things and salsa.
I'm sorry, Emmett. I did not see you there. Give me one sec. I had navigated away, and I will.
Emmett.
Are you stuck?
Emmett. No, I'm reciting the new hit song that all the kids are singing. Do you not know this one?
I didn't.
Are you out of the loop? Oh no, Emmett is the new song. It's the new hotness.
Yeah.
Clovertac, I didn't mean to make this like, oh, Clovertac. I want to talk pews about like with you all the time. Anytime we have the opportunity to one live.
Yeah.
However, I got this badass salsa and Legos, and I'm doing therapy Legos right now. I'm still live.
Therapy Legos. I've never heard of therapy Legos. That's a new one for me. What's up, Emmett? How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. How are you two? How's everybody?
I'm good. I'm watching all the Emmets in chat, man.
Emmett.
You were winning. Winning.
I'll send you the song if you want to play it.
Emmett.
Maybe later.
Yeah,
I'll send it to you too. No, it's you need to play it.
Oh Lord, I hate the song, by the way. Anyway,
I'll send it to you.
I already sent it.
Just to not to specifically change subjects, Emmett, but what did you think of the debate last night with the nut jobs?
Rough debate. It was a rough debate.
That was rough, right? Yeah, that was
rough.
That was.
It's really hard I think it's really hard to actually debate the topic as it is unfolding right now. We don't know what's going on under the table. There's a lot of negotiations. So the fact that I learned from the only person that talked about policies, and he was telling us that the Russians are just saying, hey, go back to the security guarantees. They cannot join NATO, and we'll try to find it. Like, that sounded reasonable 2 years ago. It's interesting that it's still sounding reasonable now.
Yeah, but it wasn't really reasonable a couple of years ago because there wasn't really a way to do it. And what was really interesting was everyone talking about how, well, we can, it just sounds like it's going to be, Lactoid was saying, it sounds like it's going to be 2022 all over again. And I'm like,
Emmett.
You.
Emmett.
Ruffle stuff.
And then Emmett.
Okay.
Emmett.
I don't get this.
Emmett.
Just 3 minutes.
It's just a minute and a half.
Oh, great. It's systemic racism if you disagree with this.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Systemic.
I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. I'll take that lump. So here's Emmett. So here's
now you're on board. Now we got it. We got it.
Now we got
him,
you,
boys.
Chris. Now they got you too.
Got him, boys. Here we go. Bridge on board on the Emmett train. Got him, boys.
Yeah. Okay. So the interesting thing is that I think the person who made the most sense, other than myself, was probably Dylan Burns, who I didn't think I would agree with. but he never gave any prescriptions on how to fix
wild.
it. He didn't talk
He
about
doesn't ever.
Yeah,
he's never.
Well, I actually expected him to spurg. I really expected him to come in like really aggressive and angry, and because that's what I've seen in the past, right? Like he acts like a little.
He hasn't
girl.
matured. Well, no, honestly, he hasn't. So I was on his like third of his hippy dippy show ever. I was on. I predate Dylan Burns on Twitch when that was going on, because that was the great times. No, it wasn't. That was but no, that's if you could get him into something, that'd be. I believe it.
Yeah, well, he actually was much better than Wick, but he didn't really.
Well, I mean, that's not really a high bar, is it?
It isn't. But I even congratulated him on being very eloquent in the way that he spoke. So the interesting thing is that when we would talk about and Emmett, let me know if you
Emmett,
where you stand on this. When we were talking about the what could be done, I obviously said that. Putin's not going to do anything until he gets what he wants, and even then, he could always just still not want to do anything. But there can't be anything involving NATO. Everybody kept saying NATO. Like, I was like, what the? Literally, like the one thing the Russians have said, hard line in the sand every single time they talked about it is NATO. And you guys, those dumbasses were talking about NATO, and I'm like, well. They don't know what it'll look like. I'm like, well, it'll be a peacekeeper coalition. It'll be, made up of various organizations, or it could be they literally could just hire, a multinational like the French Foreign Legion, right? Like, same deal. That could be part of a peacekeeping coalition, or
Putin
whatever.
Literally said no NATO. Like, you could hire me and I would get a better result.
Yeah, literally.
I should probably put myself out there as like
literally.
I can probably do this.
Whatever Blackwater calls themselves now. What is it?
It was Z, like XE, and then they became something else, and then they became Blackwater again.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Blackwater, but anyway, so it could literally be a PMC, and it would be fine. And those are all, things that could happen and probably would not be a bad thing to have happen and all of that. But all Wick cares about is Orange Man bad, dude. Like, it was the worst conversation, right? Like, it's just terrible. Like, why even be in the conversation if that's all you're going to say?
It was Orange Man bad, and I'm going to spurg whenever they say my name. That was his way to.
That's right.
Just. If you didn't know that going into it, then that's your bad.
I'm gonna be honest. Weak is a C tier.
Gotta be honest about that,
because he's an F tier moderator, and you need to. He's a worse moderator than a debater. That is.
Wait,
I love Rob calling.
No, Emmett. Do you wait? F is there something worse than F that we? Because I would say it's. I got no time for Wick at all.
I don't think there, like, if we're going through the process, he can't be an F tier debater because he's already an F tier moderator, and he is worse moderating than debating.
Oh no, yeah, it's just recently everybody saw he can't handle not being able to mute people.
He can't handle just talking.
He can't handle talking to people,
and he can't handle it when it's not about him. Right, like that was actually my biggest complaint was, he we were I thought we were having a pretty good time, and or I was having a pretty good time, and then I started to talk, and I had been silent for like 30 minutes, man, like easily 30 minutes.
Yeah, he was talking for a while. He also started the debate by attacking Rob. He didn't start the debate by opening.
That's not a smart move.
He's a horrible guy. Yeah.
That's not a smart maneuver.
Did you see my contribution to Rob Norris? We talk about the economy.
What'd you do?
I went to Rob last Tuesday night.
Wait, hang on. Was it on his tier 4, his tier 4 Patreon subs? Because the only special people get that link. The Underdesk cam.
No, I don't think so.
Did you do anything on his Oh, you didn't do anything on his Underdesk cam? Okay, you know, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It was tough with it was tough with Wick because you know he's a moron, and he, you know, like most of the time I can interface with him okay, like it's fine. But last night, I mean, it's just ridiculous the way that he acted, the way he kind of did things.
He has a debate today.
He does against Andrew.
Yeah,
against Andrew.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh,
I'll probably be.
Wait, hang on. Can we start the GoFundMe now for his burial services?
Well,
so what's funny is that
another tooth.
What's funny is that he was talking about how he was talking about how Andrew that he's beat Andrew 4 times.
3 times, and he's gonna do it again.
3 times, and he's gonna do it again.
Excuse me. Wait, hang on. I'll take things that didn't happen for 200, Alex.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like that literally never happened, right?
I'm 3-4-0 against Andrew, and I guess it's gonna become 4-0. That's what he said. So dumb.
Yeah.
That's why
it was rough.
There's no benefit. I'm gonna leave his Discord. There's no benefit of you being in it, and man, I gotta pay money to have over 100.
Who Wick's Discord?
Yeah, there's no benefit to being in it. I've talked to the guy like a couple. Pardon my French. A couple times ever, and it was always not worth my time.
I'd forgotten about that. Thank you for reminding me about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it, and it's not worth my time even being in it. It's not worth my like.
Let me. I'm gonna throw this up here. Let me actually give me a second because
I'm probably gonna stream a snipe Andrew tonight. Just watch the debate while live. If anybody pays for pixel art, I'll be doing pixel art.
Oh no, I don't watch other people doing debates.
I'm not gonna do a debate. I'm gonna stream a snipe. I'm gonna become the new arbiter of the great constellation of the Wilsons.
You. Yeah. Okay. All right. It's a weird flex, but all right, I'll allow it.
No, it's not a flex.
All right, here we go. So this is last night.
European leaders that share these same concerns Zelensky did.
Freaking Rob!
Say that publicly and sort of come out and take both Trump and Vance by surprise.
I have
It's
an echo.
a fucking bad move.
Yeah.
Strategy from Zelensky.
Let's go to Grid. Grid, go ahead. And then we're going to go Tom.
Well, I've really enjoyed relitigating the last 8 months of shit that we've already talked about. It was awesome. And I really wanted to talk about the meetings in Alaska and the reason that they're important. What's important to me at this point is actually trying to understand what it's going to end up costing the Ukraine, because that's where we're at, folks. All the rest of this is just simple bullshit and smoke and mirrors. And what's it going to end up costing Ukraine? They are operating from a point of weakness. As a matter of fact, they are, as Dylan very, very eloquently, by the way, I'm shocked. The way he talks about it is the Ukrainians are.
Did you just slap me?
Oh, but keep going, Greg. Keep going.
A backhanded compliment there.
Oh, welcome to the
You were so articulate, Dylan.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I didn't know. I'm sorry. I just didn't know. I'm sorry. But at any rate, I mean, Dylan did a great job of illustrating exactly why Ukraine is in the position it's in and why it's going to cost them dearly to end this war. I don't care about who did what 6 months ago or a year ago. None of that fucking matters. None of it matters. All that matters is what happened in Alaska, because that's yesterday, and what happens tomorrow when Zelensky wakes up and tries to talk to Putin or not talk to him, or Putin decides to put on his big boy pants and go stomping around. And that's what really matters. And I don't really give a shit about the rest of it. I think that we've wasted a lot of time here tonight, and although I really did enjoy listening to Dylan and to some degree Lactoid. But I think that ultimately the lines in the sand that Putin have drawn, he knows that he doesn't have to give up shit. He doesn't have to. He can just sit there and continue to throw bodies at it, and he doesn't care. He does
That's
not.
why
I mean,
we're not
and
getting
so
peace. You understand, right? Because we haven't made it costly enough.
do you understand how to keep your fucking mouth shut?
Do you understand
You've not
how
been able to accomplish that all
Do you understand
night.
how to make this
I have
an
not, I
actual
have not
conversation?
interrupted you. I have sat here quietly, you dumb fuck.
You should have
and been really respectful.
You
so
should have
shut
fucking
the
kept that up.
fuck
You have not
up
been.
and let someone
all
talk.
right.
And nobody wants to hear.
No, that's okay. You weren't wrong.
Yeah,
Rick is an interesting person, and you weren't wrong.
That was reasonable for you to say. In fact, it was reasonable for you to say, and I think it's correct. I think your analysis. I don't know if it was yours or it was Rob's. I'm pretty sure it was yours though. When he said that they were trying to negotiate, and he had like a different an idea of how to negotiate the peace deal, and Zelensky just blew it up at the beginning of the negotiations. That was a good analysis too.
Oh no,
yeah, that was Rob, me, and Lactoid. We all kind of pitched in on that on the Zelensky blow up, but
yeah, I think Dylan was reasonable. He said why the Ukrainians doesn't want to give anything up, especially in the Donetsk, Luhansk region, which is that they have the skilling fields set up, they have all of the fortifications, and they will have like to remake them on the other side of the new lines if they have a new line. I don't know if that's a good reason, but I understand their reasoning as to what Dylan Brooks is saying too. Yeah, it was a reasonable panel. I think the one that brought it down was Wick. It was a
Wick lowered the intelligence level to like sub zero level. Like he was in the not only in the sub basement, he was in the sub basement.
He was bringing everybody down, and also he's.
Hang on, just wait.
Microphone was so loud.
Pause. Emmett, pause. Grid, were you expecting anything different?
No.
Because if you were, that's on you, man. Brother.
Yeah, I mean,
brother, my brother in Christ. Do you expect him to be not that at all ever? If you did, maybe you just haven't. You don't.
Yeah, I mean, whoa, Clover left. I kind of was expecting it to be a little bit different, but only because I've been on a debate panel with Wick where he has been basically he got carried by everybody, right? And so he didn't really have to talk that much. This time it was bad. Like it was just bad.
No, if he's a panelist, that's different than if he's the host, because
that's
he'll be a panelist if he's the host.
I've been on
but he'll just mute the fuck out of you. I don't do that.
Yeah, I've been on his panel, then I've been on panels with him. I've been opposite him on debates, and he is just, usually he's carried by whoever his teammate is, right? And he was kind of acting like a moderator. He always acts like he's the moderator, and the thing is that I'm actually really surprised he goes on Sarah's show, because when he tries to act like a moderator over there, she pee slaps him pretty hard.
I want to see him over there ever, because I'll jump up and just.
He's been there like 4 times.
Yeah, that's what they're doing the debate.
I just haven't got it, because that'd be funny and amazing. Because I'm from the old school of Twitch, Paul. Yeah, no, I know where all the skeletons are buried with all these nerds.
I've seen I know. I understand.
Yeah.
Wick can't get away. No, I know where your shit is, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything against. I don't actually have anything against Wick. I just think that I'll probably end up going on another debate that he'll probably reach out to, have me do a debate or something. But man, it's so rough with him every single time. And we did make, I think one of the good sides of doing a Wick panel is I generically get to make someone rage quit. And that's good. I like that. That's fun for me.
No, that's always good.
Yeah, rage quits are always fun.
Yeah. And but I don't know. I think as a human being, Wick's probably pretty likable. But when he's on the panel,
he would be if not for his behavior.
Yeah, it's just when he for some reason
he'd be a really cool guy to hang out with if not for his belligerent fuckery.
I don't understand what you guys are saying. I don't think he's a cool guy to hang out.
You don't think so? I think that
believe it. No.
I see. I've hung around with some people that are just complete dicks online, and you'd be like, I would hate that fucker in real life, and then they're like really pretty cool. And I think Wick is. I think Wick is the way he is because he thinks that's how he has to be because he didn't. I mean, maybe he earned it, but it's.
You think he's trying to be too much the character?
Yeah, because I mean, let's just be honest. He got the audience he has because of Progressive Victory and Brianna Wu and Destiny and
that's way more. Hey, hang on, that's
all
way
those
more
guys.
Than all of his fuckeries way predates all of that stuff that happened just recently.
Yeah,
with Brianna Wu and Burger.
No. I'm talking about all of those guys literally. Sweeping for him and sending, rating him and all of the Progressive Victory thing back. As I mean, that happened. That's a real thing. He didn't. It's not made up.
No, it's not made up. Just everything that is what Wake is. It didn't start with PV, dude. That's
no. I know. I understand it didn't start there, but that's what
it was. It was. Hey, the money like solidified it.
Yeah,
and I can put it that way.
And putting and he grew his audience so big because literally people were whitewashing him or astroturfing, whichever term you prefer. They astroturfed him to send him raids, promote his show on their shows, which is fine. I would love it if some people did. I enjoy getting raids, but it was the money behind it and. And just the way that it's kind of occurred that I guess kind of bothers me. And I think it bothers Rob, and I think it bothers a lot of people. And I think that's one of the reasons why, I think that's one of the reasons why the only people that Wick can get consistently on his show are lefties.
Dude, he's a Twitch panel host. He's a lefty. That's what he does.
Yeah, but he's bigger on YouTube now than he is on Twitch, I think.
I mean, yeah. Well, everybody who has even a parcel of a brain has expanded onto YouTube from Twitch.
Yeah.
But it used to be like oh hey, this is all Twitch. And dude, no.
He is
just
he's
I mean
I am mean actually. I'm not a nice person. I keep telling people that. I don't know why they think I'm wrong, but I'm not a nice person.
I actually came up. I was listening about the Cherry thing, and I read all of her tweet longer, and she never mentions anything about the underage stuff. And I don't know if it's new.
I'm sorry, the what stuff?
That she was underage. She was over.
Yeah. Well,
because there's an old Destiny drama where they were saying she was grooming a 15 year old where he asked for pics apparently and it got leaked, but he states and it's been set till the end.
Yeah, I think he always has somebody. He used to be able to get people to jump on grenades for him, right? It wouldn't, it was it wasn't Destiny asking for the pics. It was some other person, asking for pics or whatever. But the thing with Cherry is that the more stuff that comes out, the further back it goes. And currently they have text from her to Destiny sexting when she was 17. So... And it may go back further than that.
Yeah, tracks. He's a scumbag. And I really don't want to hear more about it because the more I hear about it, the more it's going to activate monkey brain. And then oh, wait, where is he actually at right now? That's going to be a wild situation. Grid is Grid is kind of a, he's a home piece. If you catch my drift. You don't want to really let Grumple know where a PDF file lives, like with a full address and zip code or anything, because
I don't have any of that.
Grumple might do something that's not streamable.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just the more they did, which we knew this was going to happen, right? Like we knew that this was going to happen.
Grumple's busy eating some salsa right now. Please don't say things that are going to take Grumple away from his therapy Legos and salsa, because that's something
never heard of therapy Legos.
Okay, Grumble, we're going to change.
Yeah, I'm building some Legos. They're actually knockoff Legos. It's a Zelda thing.
Yeah.
Well, I was with Rob the other day. I was with Rob for like 2.5 hours on Tuesday night. We were talking about the economy and socialism. We went a bit over there.
This
was a fun stream.
Yeah, that's good.
This.
Yeah, so you know that Legos are their patent ran out, and so the Chinese are making like mass amounts of Legos.
That's the best for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
more Legos for everybody.
Yeah.
This is all out of Breath of the Wild, except the actual character. This is the one from the very first NES Zelda Link.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's like 1,200 pieces, and they're little tiny itty bitty things with my giant gorilla mitt paws. That makes it's funny because I have.
You shouldn't make fun of gorillas like that. That's not pleasant.
I have gorilla mitts. It's funny watching me trying to manipulate little tiny pieces into turning them into like Zelda.
Yeah, I saw you the other day trying to do that. It was fun.
Yeah,
so what's been going on with you, Emmett? I haven't actually talked to you in like a week.
Well, I went on Rob's. I've been streaming lately. I was playing a game yesterday, and then I got a couple of donuts. I just made the pixel art on stream.
Yeah.
I have 2 commissions that I have to be doing. I'm doing one today. So I've been a little bit busy starting like my own business with graphic design and pixel art.
Mm-hmm.
Little by little.
This is actually what I'm sorry. I apologize. Go ahead. Go ahead and finish.
I was little by little. I'm getting there. I'm probably gonna start making I have a game that I'm working on. I'm probably gonna start a stream series about that. And I've been hanging out with Abe and us little creators like Spiro, Abe, the Grumple, all that good stuff.
That's cool, man. It's good that you're doing that. Mullet Baby says Destiny shared the pics with OF girls to impress them, texted with his famous friends and influencers. So these were, I think, very young pictures of at least Cherry when she was very young, and I think there are others unnamed. And Destiny was doing that. And again, the more they dig, the more they find, because that's how discovery works. Especially since Discord doesn't delete anything, your cell phone provider really doesn't delete anything, and all of it's just not. You're at this point, it's going to be bad all the way around. So, yeah. But what's up, Spiro? Flora.
I'm not saying Destiny is a quote on site, but I'm not saying he's not that. Spiro. Yep. No, wait. Hang on. If you want Spiro up here, he'll talk your ear off about things.
Well, actually, I'm getting ready to raid you guys out to Glen Lawrence. It's quitting time for me, and I've got a bunch of things to do today. And actually, I didn't get my full workout in this morning, so I'm literally sitting here with my leg like tapping up and down. I've got to go get rid of some energy. So,
oh no, that's fine. I'm the one thing that's consistent is Grumple's going to be live regardless of what happens.
Yeah, there you go. That's good. And Emmett, are you back in school? Are you between classes? What are you doing?
No, I graduated.
You talked to. line, I guess.
Oh, you graduated. All right.
I graduated. I'm
Yeah,
done.
congratulations on finishing the friggin'. Yeah, Emmett just finished his degree program.
So the real question is,
Freaking
Emmett,
congratulations, dude. That's big. That's a giant deal.
Thank
the
you.
real question is, Emmett, how much are the taxpayers going to have to pay off in student loans?
Nothing. I don't have student loans.
Sorry?
I don't have student loans.
What?
Grid. You're being racist now.
What?
That's racism.
It is racist
Coming
denying
down.
student loans.
Coming down.
So regale us, Emmett, if you would, in how you manage the feat.
Emmett.
I found a very cheap school. I did it online. I instead of spending a ton of money on going to classes and going to that kind of school, I updated my rig. I have a good design set up. That's how we did it.
Okay.
It was a cheap school. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like, wow, I'm from Harvard or anything like that. But I have my degree, and I spend a lot of time actually trying to learn stuff.
Yeah.
I can do 3D.
You're in the job market now.
I'm actually trying to get to the point where I'm doing my own games, and I think I'm gonna try to give it a whirl to do YouTube and try to find a solution from that part.
Okay.
It's a 1% thing, so I might not make it. I'm always ready to bounce into whatever job that I can. But yeah, that's the point.
Mullet Baby, you sent this right as I was getting a phone call from New York. Does anyone feel sorry for Ashley St. Clair? It looks like her New York City penthouse is being foreclosed on since she can't afford the $15,000 a month rent. So actually, that wouldn't be a foreclosure; that'd be an eviction.
Is Ashley St. Clair a porn actress? That's
I actually don't know who Ashley St. Clair is. I've heard the name.
Who is it? The baby mom, the Ellen baby mama. The supposed the supposed conservative influencer that went off the rails.
Yeah. Wasn't she? Yeah.
Well, let this be a lesson to all women who wants to be out there biting.
Yeah, she's a podcaster kind of person.
Yeah, listen to women.
It's because of the custody battle, right? She told Elon that she wasn't going to honor whatever.
But elongated muskrat.
Yeah.
So Elon Musk, whom she allegedly shares baby boy Romulus, shared that she's getting evicted from her $15,000 a month New York City apartment in the process. And she says, well, after a year of unplanned career self-deletion, many questionable life choices, and a gap in my LinkedIn profile that cannot legally be explained, I've decided to start a podcast. She said her first ever episode of Bad Advice with Ashley St. Clair, August the 18th. She's getting evicted, and Polymarket offered me $10,000 to do an ad read. And so with that, the roof over my head has been brought to you by Polymarket.
I'm gonna give everybody an advice unsolicited. It's gonna be an advice. Don't watch that crap.
So back in April, the conservative influencer alleged that Elon had offered her $15 million as well as monthly payments of $100,000 per the Wall Street Journal in exchange for staying quiet about the birth of their alleged child. However, she ultimately declined the offer.
Reference over to me. I wouldn't. I mean, you might hear your boy doing some voice act work on that if you could forward it over to me.
Wow.
I'm not endorsing it. Just
He's yet to publicly confirm that he's Romulus's father. A paternity test determined that his probability of paternity is 99.9999%. Damn.
Oh, and he's a he's a nerd, so he's gonna.
Yeah, he's like, well, that's 0.0001%. That's fine.
That means I'm not the father. That's exactly what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to dance to make it funny television, though.
That is pretty funny. He also hasn't decreased his he has not addressed whether or not he decreased his child support payments. He did comment on the child's paternity in response. If I don't know the child is mine or not, he says, I don't know if the child is mine or not, but I'm not against finding out. The Tesla CEO wrote, no court order is needed. Despite not knowing for sure, I have given Ashley $2.5 million and am sending her $500K a year. The fuck?
Well, you know, there's a reason why her new podcast is called Bad Advice.
Bad advice. Holy shit. Oh man. This was the cherry on top that I needed before I headed out for the day. Billionaire
on your head. Yeah,
billionaire throws
I get it.
A woman whose only market value is shrinking daily, $2.5 million and 500 G a year, and bitch still ain't happy. Holy shit.
And the offer before that was 15 mil plus monthly payments, and still wasn't happy.
That is insane.
They don't want to be happy. This is the pro tip. They don't want to be happy.
That's insane. We're gonna have to. That's going to be a debate topic for tomorrow night. I can almost promise you. Somehow, some way, I'm going to come up with a topic that how the hell does a woman
there's no
that
fucking
is
way
making that or that has been given $2.5 million, bro, $2.5 million plus 500 G a year. How are you broke? How are you getting evicted? The hell? By the way, her only asset is her assets. That's it. That's it. Like, she can't even get a real job.
Well,
because some people don't know how to hire a financial manager to manage finances. Like, hey,
you definitely don't want to hire.
Take care of this money for me, because I mean, I would if I was gonna hire somebody, I would hire literally Scrooge McDuck. Dude's gonna steer me right. He's gonna keep the most money and make it grow forever, and so that he can swim in it. And I'm okay with that. That's a fringe benefit I would allow for my employees.
I mean, I can't even with this woman. What in the hell? And she's supposedly a conservative influencer. We can't claim this woman.
Well,
I'm more libertarian, so that's on you now.
No, that's on you, libertarian.
I'm escaping. I'm escaping. Okay. I'm escaping all the nonsense. No, I'm a libertarian.
That's
no, it's not me. No, it's not me. It's not me. No, it's not me. It's a you. It's a you thing.
I'm a libertarian.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm a constitutional conservative, but I'm a libertarian too. It's like, no, I don't need to claim that bitch. Get off my powdered wig. No, get off my powdered wig. I got nothing on that.
Represent the angry, gun-toting, meat-eating fucking people. Which box do I put my vote
in? No, Grid. We're in the same box. That's our box.
All right.
That's the box. That's the box that I represent. No, excuse me. Grid, sir. You're now speaking to like me on a soulful level. Like we're okay. You come hither, young sir. You're in my club now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to go elsewhere. I am going to end this stream. I'm going to send you over to Glenn Lawrence. I don't know what they're talking about, but I'm sure it's cool. In the meantime, you guys be cool. Wear glasses if you need them. Do therapy Legos if you need to. And
Grump is live and doing therapy Legos, and Grump is going to go mess with Glenn.
Yeah, go stand on Glenn's lawn. Get off of mine. And Emmett, it was great having you up again, man. It's been a minute since we've had you up, and we'll see you. We'll see you real soon, man. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'm out of here. See you.